something I just go and watch football matches. I used to play.
For 10 unforgettable years, the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup has captured the heart of Namibia. The energy, the passion, the pride, and now the final chapter is upon us.
People do not know why I'm being honored.
Which was the last time African Stars took part, lost in the semi-final against Tigers, Well and Stanley. Shot on the goal! They are taking too long to make up what they want to do with the ball.
This is the 10th and final edition of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup, live in the heart of Windhoek at the Independence Stadium. It is going to be the final game of the evening. We are going to be having a Shoka Chula Chula, the 2023 winners, and they are going to be taking on the Depmarine champions, as well as the PSD Bet champions. That is African Stars, Katherandu in the building. It's going to be a matchup like no other, and NBC is here to give it to you live. My name is Jovita Kanjumbwa, and I am with Edison Muhewa. Listen, we get to build up on another exciting encounter once again.
Javita, I just feel lucky to be part of this entire showpiece. The legacy continues. What an atmosphere we have here, and I think on the field, African Stars and Chula Chula is probably the catalyst football match in Namibia. If you are out there and you're trying to sell Namibian football to the world, this is probably the match that you want to say, listen, if you are a potential investor, come and watch. This is what our football is all about. And it looks like the field stadium is still going to fill up. So we are really, really hoping to get exciting stuff from the atmosphere right down to the stadium in terms of the field of play.
Well, Stacey, that is once again we get to build up on an exciting encounter. I mean, we just watched the ladies. It's time for the men's final.
Jovita, a final is always something excited to see, very exciting to see. And I will agree with you with the atmosphere that we have here. It is the final. Now, what I would say is that if you are not here currently at the stadium, and Chula Chula, I should say, definitely makes history for a northern team to draw so much crowd in the capital city. So it'll be very exciting to see these two team matches.
I mean, last year, if we're looking at last year, the crowd was twice this number. What would you say was the difference this year, that we're not having a packed together capacity stadium?
I'll give us the benefit of the doubt. Jovita, it's a little bit early, and I still think that the stadium will fill up. What we see now is not the eventual numbers. I think it will be interesting to see. Well, let's do that judgment when the match starts, I think.
I mean, Stacey, looking at the crowd, and you spoke about Chula Chula, let's talk about African Stars, PSD Bet champions, as well as there is Depmarine champions. What do you make of them trying to get their first ever Dr. Hage Geingob Cup?
I think they will be very exciting for African Stars, for Awilo in particular. Always showing up for African Stars. If I should speak about the crowd of African Stars, these are the players, these are the people that always come through to support their team players. And I would say that for them, it would mean so much for African Stars to win this match, especially.
Edison, this is the only trophy that African Stars have not won.
Yes, absolutely, and we saw in the last final just before now the ladies, with FC Ongos ladies sweeping everything on domestic soil. African Stars will try and replicate that, and I think they all come here as the probably with the more favored tech. I think Shoka Chula Chula will be an underdog, but we know that's probably the tech they love most, and that's the tech that they're very dangerous in. Jovita, just to touch on African Stars and Shoka Chula Chula in terms of their field of play. I think what has been the difference, especially from last season, this is the fourth time that they are meeting now. We know this is the fourth time that they are meeting. Out of those 4 times, they've drawn one, That was the first at the Dr. Hage Geingob Stadium in the league, and then Ashoka Chula Chula became victorious here at the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup. And then African Stars defeated them on home soil. I think what has been the difference, it has always been a tight game, but what has been the difference is the midfield of Ashoka Chula Chula. They have really been dominating in the middle of the park because they're so aggressive and they had runners in the middle of the park. But unfortunately, it will be very interesting to see this time around because now you know that Grava is no longer there, Moses Shidolo, and they've also lost Alpheus Levy, who are the main characters in there. So I think the likes of Uwanga, who will now be probably, he was the third catalyst always, but he's a silent operator. He will probably need to take on a lot more in terms of responsibility. And I think that it will again come down to that midfield battle. And it's very interesting to see as well, Coach Ronnie Cananello, he's gone with a not aggressive midfield with Shahikika, marshaled by Stika Keshiere, and then Godwin Asep in there as well. So more ball players. I expected Gero Katwa to actually start today, but he opted to go with more ball players. It will be very interesting to see the battle in the middle of the park, because I think that's, from where we have seen in terms of the lessons, that's where it has been lost and won for African Stars and Ashoka Chula Chula.
Listen, this is the final edition of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup. It's the final one. The curtain is coming down tonight, and the much anticipated encounter between Ashoka Chula Chula and African Stars has certainly become the derby that all Namibians want to watch, and they want to find out who is going to walk away as the champions. Ashoka Chula Chula won it right here in the heart of Windhoek last year, and African Stars are left wounded. This is the only trophy they have not won to date. Now, Stacey, let's start with the coaches. I mean, Coach Sikerete has been tested, tried last season. We know Coach Ronnie won his first title last season with African Stars. What do you make of these two coaches?
I should say that these are coaches that definitely they have definitely played their part as coaches. These are coaches that know that definitely, especially the Chula Chula coach, this is somebody that definitely would want to retain the cup. But then when it comes to as African Stars coach, this is, I would say, as the players being wounded, is one coach that definitely has a point to prove today.
I mean, Coach Ronnie said that he doesn't go into any encounter with emotions, and Coach Sikerete says that, well, he's just looking forward to the encounter. What do you make of this of these two coaches?
I think the one thing that enabled and allows Ashoka Chula Chula to really compete with African Stars at this level, especially last season, is the technical nous and the technical approach that Coach Sikerete brings to the game. We know now that he's been appointed to lead the Chan team, so he's got broadened his shoulders and he's got maybe a point to prove here. Coach Ronnie Cananello, I always say he's probably one of the best coaches in terms of drilling a team, in terms of outplay. You can see a coach, you can come to a stadium and say this is a team coached by Coach Ronnie, and as a coach, that's probably the biggest compliment you can get if you have a principle and your principles are clear for everybody. And I think the one thing that eluded Coach Ronnie last season, before last season at least, was this silver way. When I spoke to him, when I caught up with him, he said, when you come to African Stars, you are not expected, it's not about grooming and developing and the principles. It's about winning trophies. And so far he has delivered. This is probably one based on of the last season, this is probably the one that the Okaferandu folklore will say, we cannot lose it again. So the pressure will be on Coach Ronnie. But yeah, it will be very interesting to see. Obviously, he'll be one to say, listen, you lost the cup final last season, but I wasn't there. This is now my stamp, and I can now put my stamp on this team.
If you're truly not here, you are missing out on an exciting atmosphere to watch local football at its best as we bid farewell to one of the greatest cups that has been established in Namibian football. The teams are currently on field of play, warming up, and just giving us an insight of what we can anticipate, of course, for this encounter. It's really electrifying here at the stadium, and the entertainment is also not short. There has been brought quite a lot in terms of just entertaining us here. But let's look at how the teams, just looking at them warming up. What has been your thoughts, Stacey, as the team just came up to warm up? Do they look like they're going to give us an exciting game?
You would see by the way that they have warmed up. You should just say that this team has warmed up. They have trained well together. The way they have the small passes in between from both teams, I saw that, especially Chula Chula, they were just very close to us. And I would just say that the crowd really compliments them as well.
right, Edison. I mean, it's been just a few minutes. The teams have now left to go to the dressing room. But looking at them on the field, especially the fans, knowing that the crowd looks like this, what do you think is going through their mind as they were warming up?
I think normally when you come out for warm-up, you still have those pre-match nerves. You want to get the game started as quickly as possible, then those nerves come down. I think as a player, it's probably better because when you are a coach and as a spectator, the nerves are always there. But I think looking at the Ashoka Chula Chula team, I'm actually very surprised because there are a number of new faces we know that have joined them. But Coach Sigareta has gone with mostly and largely his fellow trusted soldiers from last season. He's still obviously trying to bet in the new faces into his approach and his tactical styles, and it looks like he's trying to do that gradually rather than rushing them. I think the only player that probably from last season who wasn't there that will take the role that Levy was operating in is Festus, Petrus Festus. We'll have to see what he brings to the team, whether he brings something different or he brings the grit of Grava or the severe and the principles of play that are very well endowed in Levy. That we'll have to see. Other than that, I think everybody else is players that have been there. But then again, we will have to also see that front four of Ashoka Chula Chula really looks dangerous in Fares Aidula, Marcelinho George, and then you also have obviously the men with the who will be responsible for the attacking, and everything should go through him, the creativity, and then also on the right side I think they'll probably start with Fares Aidula. So it will be very interesting to see how they will line up and which side they will try and operate from.
Well, looking at the crowd, like Stacey and Edison did say, I did speak a bit too early. The crowd is, of course, coming in slowly but surely. The game has not yet started, but I did say that I did speak on the atmosphere. We still have a lovely crowd, nonetheless.
Absolutely. I think even with the crowd that is in the stadium right now, Davita looking around. If football was to get started right now, I would not mind. The atmosphere is absolutely buzzing inside the Independence Stadium. And I think the noise levels and the noise decibels will probably go up a notch once the teams come out. It will be interesting to see. And we know the Ashoka Chula Chula and African Stars faithful, whilst the football is being played on the field, there's also competition in the stands in terms of who's got the loudest voice. So we'll have to see when the teams come out to play.
Absolutely. We're also seeing the Chicken Boys are in the building. They're just waving the Namibian flag and their bread. I don't know which side they are supporting now because they are wearing Namibian colors, so that they don't show which side that they are supporting. But Chicken Boys has really been at every single encounter. What do you make about how they bring out the vibrancy to every game?
No, it's amazing because the fact that they're wearing the Namibian colors, you can depict them from anywhere. Because we're sitting on the other side of the stadium, you could see them. It just shows that, and also them wearing the national colors also shows that they are neutral. So we wouldn't really say who they are rooting for, but the fact that they are here, it's Namibian guys, and it's exciting.
Well, let's talk about, we touched on in the first build-up, the grass, the whites nurtured. How will this impact the game?
And the good thing is, the groundsman at the Independence Stadium really need to, we need to give him his thanks, gratitude for the groundsman, because even though there was a game here prior, the field is still in astounding condition even now, and I think this will probably favor African Stars because they are a little bit more, because they are a true ball-playing team. Chula Chula will try and be destructive in their approach, similar to almost typical Namibian football, if I can say, like the Brave Warriors. Be destructive, play on the counter, try and contain them as much as possible.
Yeah, Stacey, you have played at the highest level. What does it mean to play on a quality field?
I would say that it is of most importance, and especially a grass field. I feel every player would really appreciate something like that, and I would allude the maintenance of the Independence Stadium field. I would say for every player having to play, especially a final match, is very important because there are also key external factors that contribute to what you actually do on the day of the field.
I mean, Edison, let's now talk about the tactics. What do you think will happen in the first 45 minutes as Coach Ronnie tries to win his first ever Dr. Hage Geingob Cup?
I think the one thing that African Stars will probably try and do is settle the nerves. try and get an early goal, and that will settle the nerves. Because, I mean, I've played for African Stars. The one thing that you don't want is to frustrate their crowd, because they can easily turn. So once you get them on your side, they will give you that extra 12-man boost. Once you frustrate them, it takes a character of a player to start asking for the ball and be broad, because otherwise some players who are not so brave will start and maybe shy away from them, from the responsibility a little bit. So they will try and they need to get the crowd on their side, and how you get that is through a goal. I think in terms of Ashoka Chula Chula, they have brilliant attacking quality up front. And I think most of that will come from Lawrence Dwesep in that attacking midfield position. Jackson Eliakim, what a player he is. I think he's of international standard as well. But then we know the likes of Awilo Stefanes, what African Stars did in bringing in Godwin Asep was trying to take the responsibility in terms of creativity a little bit away from Awilo. And now they have two similar type of players that can actually connect and combine. And then the African Stars making a debut today is the new man that they just brought in as well. Laundry, he's the only guy that will make a debut today. So we'll have to see what he brings to the team on that right-hand side. And then I think the rest of the team really picks itself. If you look at the defense, it's tried and tested. It's international caliber that we will see. So it should be a fantastic matchup here.
I mean, Stacey, 45 minutes is what we'll be seeing now. What do you think is the tactics, especially of Ashoka Chula Chula, going into this one as the defending champions?
I would say, you see, especially for the first 45 minutes, it's very important for a final match, especially, not to underestimate the opposing team. Do you understand? So for them, is also to play a laid-back game, and for them to score an early goal in the first 45 minutes. I think that will keep them on track, and just for them to move forward as well.
And if we're looking at maybe key players that we can look at, I know we touched on Awilo, we touched on Godwin, we touched on Fares Nani. Which other players from both encounters do you think that we should have our eyes on in the first 45 minutes?
I think for Ashoka Chula Chula, you need to be aware of Fares Aidula. What a player that can finish a ball and kill a game off. He's not your sort of a crowd pleaser, but he goes about his business. But once you give him his opportunity, he's probably one of the most lethal players in our Premier League. But obviously, yeah, for African Stars. But then also, I think that creativity that will come from Lawrence Dwesep and Jackson Eliakim, that will be very interesting to see in terms of how they will stick together. For African Stars, like I said, I will have to see Laundry. I'm very excited to see him. Yeah. What will he bring to the team? But in terms of creativity, Godwin Asep, that should be his type of occasion. And he's obviously a player that is trying to still win over the Okaferantu Folklore. And we know that they were signed alongside Ngero Katwa from UNAM to try and assist the team in their African
journey,
African journey, which actually didn't materialize. So listening to them over the weekend on when they were interviewed, I think on your show. Yes, I think what happened there is they saying that there's something that they owe the crowd, right? So they need to. This is probably the right time to try and start repaying the investment that was made in them by the management, but then also try to get the trust over from the supporters.
Reward must be reaped from
some reward has to be reaped, because I mean it's an investment, and an investment must bring some reward.
I mean, Stacey, in the first one you might have had a team choice, but in this one, is a men's one. Are you invested in a particular team winning this encounter?
I would not say. I would not say. No, and I'll be very technical for that. You see, I would also learn from the women's team. You know, FC Ongos, they were wounded, you understand, and they were not the defending champions, and they came back and they won the cup. Now, I don't know if African Stars will be as threatening as they would be. So it'll be very interesting. I'm not choosing any sides, Jovita.
We're talking about investment, and for the club, maybe the chairman, the investors, to just see that maybe the return of their money. Do you think that the players of African Stars at least owe the management that?
No, definitely, because the African Stars, I believe, is one club that plays for their crowd. And I think that they would also want to give back to management, to the people that really invest in them. So I think today's display should really show for that.
Well, we're looking at a coffin that Chula Chula fans have come with, and they're saying that African Stars rest in peace. What we make of all these, things that we have been seeing in Namibian football, it has not been a norm in our culture, but now we're seeing that we are picking up African Stars fans are the ones. But listen, predictions, quickly, predictions.
I think African Stars in the first half will lead by a solitary goal to 0.
I would say 0-0 for both teams.
Well, there we have a prediction for the first 45 minutes. It is African Stars versus Eshoke Chula Chula. Take it away, Chester Wamunika.
I was here 10 years ago in 2014 when this competition started. I am here again in 2014 when the curtain will finally close on this competition. 7 of the 10th edition, this competition hosted football, and 4 of the 7 editions, African Stars was part of this competition. The Namibian champions are yet to put their hands on this coveted trophy, but Chula Chula only were introduced to this competition last year, and that's all they needed. They put their hands on the trophy, and thus they are coming into this one as defending champions. African Stars are here on the virtue of being the champions of the Deb Marine Namibian Premiership last year. The overarching African Stars are also the PS Tibet NFA Cup champions. This is the only trophy that eluded them, and they would want to put their hands on this one. The two teams have met 3 times before, African Star winning once, Eshoke Chula Chula winning once, and also the other game ended in a draw. 18 points separated these two teams in the league last season. Do I need to say more? It's really setting up for another epic game between African Stars and Eshoke Chula Chula. My name is Chester Wamunika, and I will be doing commentary for you in this one, sitting in the front seat. The next words that you are going to hear is the man making his debut in the commentary box, and it is Setson Shidimwa who is here with me. Setson, it is a big occasion for you. I know that many people knows you. They have seen you on TV. You are on soccer pitch. You are here in the commentary box, and it cannot get up bigger than this one. What is your view of this final?
I mean, Chester, what an honor to make my debut on a day such as this, where we are bringing down the curtain of the much anticipated Hage Geingob Cup, where we see the folklore of the Okaterandu taking on the pride of the North in the form of Chula Chula. It doesn't get any better than this, guys. I'm definitely excited for this one. And to be honest, it's very, very difficult to call this one, Chester. Considering how the last final went, I think African Stars have a bone to pick with Chula Chula. But of course, Chula Chula, knowing that this is the last one, they would want this cup to remain with them forever. So I'm neutral for this one. I'm not sure which side to go, but let's see when the game starts.
Very much so. I'm not sure whether to call this a very joyful occasion or a very sad occasion. Joyful in the sense that the legacy continues of Dr. Hage Geingob. The trophy, the competition continues even after his passing on the 4th of February earlier this year. But he said that he's not here to hand over the trophy one more time to the champions this year.
Yeah, it is indeed a sad one, Chester. But like you said, we are choosing to celebrate the legacy and the memory of our late president, Dr. Hage Geingob. I think the pressure would be on the organizers, because there is some pressure for this cup to, of course, continue. But like they said, it's the 10th and final one. So we will be choosing to celebrate it and honor him on this day.
And if there is one team that really wants to win it, because on the virtue of that argument is the last competition will be African Stars, because they have been part of this competition since 2014. It is 10 years down the line. They have never won it.
I mean, these guys, they've won every single silverware except for this one. So I'm sure that the message from management was that this is the one they should go for. And how much better to go for it on the very, very last one when you are about to bring the curtain down. So I think Chester, it will be a very clear approach there from African Stars. They'll want to lift this trophy, to put it part of the cabinet trophies that they've already lifted in the country.
They have lifted so many. They have lifted literally everything last season. The Deb Marine Premiership, the PST Bet NFA Cup. But now they need this one more than anything else, African Stars. But for a Hage Chula Chula, they were here by invitation as the team that got most of the support last year. They met the champions African Stars, and that's all they needed. They put their hands on the trophy. They were the champions, and now they are the defending champions. What more do they want to prove, Hage Chula Chula, in today's match?
I mean, Chester, they are not called the pride of the North for nothing. I mean, these guys came into this league as newbies, but they came with a storm, you know, and they literally came here and started just disrupting everything, you know, in a positive way, of course, and they just brought a new vibrancy to the league. And of course, they will be looking to defend this cup with all that they have. So it will be a very, very interesting, you know, approach to this game by Coach Sikerete. So yeah, it will be interesting to see indeed.
Very much interesting as we are waiting for the walk down the tunnel of the trophy. The two teams, African Stars and Hage Chula Chula. And we will also have the dignitaries to be introduced to the players later. And that is that before the big final, before the final of the finals. Mamelodi Sundowns, the dominant force of this competition. They won it 3 times before, the champions of South Africa. And they are not here, and this gives a chance for African Stars or either a Hage Chula Chula to win the last competition.
Chester, like I said, it doesn't get any better than this. And Hage Chula Chula, I'm sure, you know, will be, like I said, looking to defend their trophy. And as we can see, they, you know, the teams are coming out. They look very game focused, ready to take on, you know, each other. So yeah, let's see how it goes.
It is African Stars against Hage Chula Chula one more time. And any one of the two can have that in his shelves forever. The trophy of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup. And you will win it today, you will have it forever. And that's Amos Shiuka, a former Brave Warriors, and the brain behind this competition with Ricardo Manetti. Doesn't need any introduction. The former Brave Warriors coach, the coach that have won a trophy with the Brave Warriors, the COSAFA Cup in 2015. And you see there is a little different arrangement. The players will be lining up in the center of the pitch, quite differently from the norm, but this is to pay the last respect to our late president, Dr. Hage Geingob.
Let's now welcome our dignitaries. His Excellency Dr. Nagolomumba, accompanied by the former First Lady of the Republic of Namibia, Madam Hage Geingob. He fought with
The Namibian President, Dr. Nangolo Mbumba, introduced to Ricardo Manetti and Amos Chiuka. He is accompanied by the former First Lady of the Republic of Namibia, Madam Monica Keinkos. And the next introduction will be to the players and also to pay a moment of silence with them in memory of the late President, Dr. Hage Geingob. So it is starting with the introduction of the players to His Excellency Dr. Nangolo Mbumba, the President of Namibia, accompanied by the former First Lady Monica Keinkos. What a moment for the players. Some of these players have not met the President before, neither the former First Lady. You are introduced to them and you need to perform in front of them in a few minutes.
This is, this is as big as it gets, Chester. I mean, what an honoring moment for, just even Nangolo Mbumba to grace us with his presence, his excellency that is. I mean, this must be a bittersweet moment considering how close he was to our late president, and also accompanying him, of course, our former First Lady, as well as their children that are also being introduced to the players. This must be a very big moment for the players, but yeah, that's what it's about. You have to, go leave their hearts onto the field now as they try to give it their all and hopefully come out victorious after this match. But what a special moment. What a very, very special moment. I'm sure wherever our late president is, he must be smiling down on this very occasion, Chester.
Captain Fares Haidula of Chula Chula was given the honor to introduce his teammates to the President and the former First Lady. Now it is the turn of Ronald Stika Keshere, the former Brave Warriors captain and the captain of African Stars, to do the honors and introduce the African Stars players to the President. And I'm sure African Stars player has been here before, and most of them, apart from the new signings, they have been at this very occasion being introduced to the President, even the former one.
Yeah, no, I mean, like you said, the majority of these Stars players have been here before. They are used to the big occasions. I mean, they are just coming at the back of their, CAF competition as well. So they are made for the big stages, So they just need to actually prove, that they are made for the big stages by actually lifting this trophy. As we can see, they are still being, some dignitaries are still being introduced to the players there. So, yeah.
It looked a bit chaotic inside the stadium, but believe you me, most of the people inside there are the journalists wanting to get the back pages or front pages pictures for their institutions. We will, after this, just witness a moment of silence, and then after that, we will get the final underway as African Stars will take on Eshoke Chula Chula. Chula Chula, the pride of the North, as they say, and with their coach, John Chikerete, also being appointed as the national coach for the CHAN qualifiers. That should be also a motivating factor. We will talk to that later, but now let's just observe
proceed with
the moment of
today's
silence.
festivities. I'd like to ask your attention as we take a moment to honor and reflect on the life and the legacy of a remarkable leader, the late Dr. Hage Geingob, after whom this prestigious cup is named. In memory of his dedication, passion, and vision for Namibia, ladies and gentlemen, I kindly ask that we observe a moment of silence to honor the life of Dr. Hage Geingob. A moment of silence, ladies and gentlemen, as we observe this moment of silence in honor of the life of Dr. Hage Geingob. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Well done, good and faithful leader. You serve faithfully day by day. You are a pillar of strength to many. You are a hero, commander-in-chief of the land of the brave. Man on a mission, carrying a unique vision, inspiration, hero to the nation. We say, oh my care, well done. We celebrate a God-given gift to the nation. Oh, land of the brave, in spite of the pain. Let's celebrate a legendary father. Land of the brave, in spite of the pain. Let's celebrate a legendary father. We say, oh my care, well done. We celebrate your legendary father, Hage Geingob. We celebrate your legendary father. Land of the brave, in spite of the pain. Let's celebrate a legendary father. Land of the brave, in spite of the pain.
Can the game begin now after the protocol procedures is out of the way? Very sad moment there, and the legacy will continue. And as we go straight into the two teams' lineups, Shoke Chula Chula, starting with John Muronga in goal. Shoke Chula Chula with Matthews Mwenyanke, Senge Mzambe, Kennedy Abe, and David Aigwafa will be the back for Shoke Chula Chula. Number 18, that is Pietres Vestes from Feather Fighters, will be the man responsible to anger that midfield, in the place of Moses Shidolo. And also up front there is a little bit of a change there. George Malisian will be for the lone striker, with Eliakim Johnson, Lawrence Doesep, and Fares Aidula just behind him, as Chula Chula try to really change the way how they played with Moses Shidolo and also Alves Luis, who have left the team. Now let's move to African Stars. We will talk about the Choke Chula Chula lineup later, but African Stars are more or less the same faces: Kamayanda and Disiro, Tebaka Malane, and also Vita Pingaruka and Charles Hambira, the two Stones defenders there. Edmund Kambanda, that is really a fixed defensive lineup that African Stars have. They know each other very well. Ronald Keshiere, Bakonja Chahikika will be in the middle of the pack. Godwin Asep from UNAM there behind the strikers. Ibrahim Joseph and Laundry Mukaba from DRC is a new signing. And Willie Stefanes, the last year's top goal scorer for the club. So that is African Stars in a Choke Chula Chula. Seton, your views on the two lineups?
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can start with Choke Chula Chula there. And I think the man with the biggest responsibility there is Mr. Petrus Festus, who is tasked with filling some big shoes there that belong to Moses Gravashidolo, as well as Alphonse Levy, who have since moved on. Yeah, it will be interesting to see how the coach has deployed this player exactly in the middle of the park. And coming to African Stars there, a lot of familiar faces, but it will be interesting to see some of these new guys like Aseb, as in how he will fare there in the number 10 role for African Stars, as well as Laundry, who also has big shoes to fill, of Kambato, who also left African Stars.
It started like a horse on fire between the two sides, and African Stars already asking questions. And it's a corner kick to African Stars. And it is Willie Stefanes who's going to take it. Big numbers of the African Stars team are sending to the box, like of Charles Hambira, Vita Pingaruka, to attack this one. It's a very on the money there put, but the header is over the bar, and it is Vita Pingaruka who got to that one. And it's early warnings for Choke Chula Chula to be very careful of African Stars when it comes to set pieces. African Stars, we wouldn't expect a lot of goals between these two sides if we are relying on the evidence that we have previously between the two sides. Is that African Stars, the first game between the two, ended in a 1-1 draw next door at the Dr. Hage Geingob Stadium. It was a leak encounter. And then the other fixture is that African Stars lost to a Choke Chula Chula in last year's Dr. Hage Geingob Cup final. 1-0 it was. And then the shot that comes in there, Choke Chula Chula comes with their own questions. That went over the bar. And also African Stars defense were caught napping. And the last encounter between the two, it was at Oshakati Stadium, and African Stars beating a Choke Chula Chula by 1-0. What do you take of the encounter early on here?
I mean, you mentioned it there, Chester. The previous three results tell us something. These are teams that are with two tacticians in terms of their coaches, you know. So I'm sure their defense is something they really focused on, as well as the middle of the park. But from early encounters, you can already see none of the teams are holding back at all. I mean, we saw earlier on there Willie Stefanes, and that is something I think we need to look forward to.
Desiro fumbles it, and the referee feels like the challenge was illegal. Early action from both sides. Let's look at what might have transpired there.
I mean, we saw Choke Chula Chula launching the ball there, and Disiro Kamayanda trying to come out, to come and claim his authority already from the onset, but in the process ended up getting hurt there. Let us hope it is, of course, nothing serious. As we can see, the medics are busy attending to her, or to him rather. But as I was saying earlier, Chester, something that Choke Chula Chula need to be wary of is the set pieces, because they have a danger man in the form of Awilo, who can deliver a ball right where his teammates want it. And they have dangerous guys like Charles Hambira as well as Vita Pingaruka, who can put their heads on that ball.
Desiro will pump it up, looking for the African Stars to put their attack on play. Rondli Mukapa, that's the man from the DRC, will be operating down the right-hand side for African Stars. I will expect them to switch between him and Awilo. There he is again. Mukapa wins a corner kick. That will be the second for African Stars. And it's another chance to launch their big players up front. Can they? It's first about the delivery first. Before anything, it is overcooked. But it will keep in play by Ibrahim Joseph. Chula Chula clears for now. Safety first. Keshiere. Herarin. Now Eshoke can take proceedings. Ukwanga couldn't get to the ball now. ASAP. African Stars pushing forward. Malane. ASAP. Chula Chula with Aiguafa now. Lost position quickly. ASAP again. Malane. African Stars looking good down the right-hand side. But Chula Chula gain possession. Lawrence Joseph now. He does well, Joseph. Chula Chula with one man in the box. Can he find him? But they will be called back for a throwing to African Stars. Apparently, the ball went out and it's a throwing to African Stars. That is according to the second assistant referee. But the pace of the game really don't want you to turn your eye anywhere else. If you're watching from the screen, you must be glued to your television set if you are at the stadium on the pitch. Kambanda. ASAP now is Kambanda. But that will be Muronga's ball. He will take his time, try to calm his players a little bit down, because African Stars is dominating ball position at this moment in time. It's a good start for Stars, don't you think?
No, so far it looks good indeed. I mean, we tried to see Stars trying to connect a few passes. They're definitely something from the training ground, you know, wanting the opponent to commit, and by committing, obviously leaving a few spaces open in the defense there in order for them to launch the ball into their striker. That one didn't pay off this time around, but that is definitely something that Chula Chula need to be wary of.
We will see the new Chula Chula with a big tent in their midfield without Moses Shidolo and Levy, how they will settle into the game. And there's Ukwanga, one man operating in that area where the two former Chula Chula players now used to play. African Stars. And that's a pull against Laundry Mukapa. Kamba will win a free kick for African Stars. And it's Kennedy Ape, the defender, the guilty man. Ronald Keshiere, the skipper. It's the man that is expected to get us underway here, but I think there's a problem with the African Stars goalkeeper, Kamayanda Desiro.
Could be from that earlier challenge, Chester. It doesn't seem to have fully recovered, so we see the medics going to attend to him. But while we are there, Chester, I see Laundry is really trying to be very, problematic up front there, and is giving the Chula defense just something to think about.
Something to think about while we are looking at maybe Kamayanda Desiro injury again, and he's the reason why the game is on hold. He needs little treatment but he looks okay to continue. Ronnie Cananello having a chat with his players. And when you look at them, those are the attacking players of African Stars. And he wants to tell them how to go about things to get through the defense of Chula Chula. Message delivered. Will it be executed? We will tell. Ronald Kashiere goes short. This is what Cananello wants them to do. Men-to-men short passes, carpet football. That's what he wants to introduce to African Stars. Kashiere looking for Laundry. Mukaba, Stefanes. Now, Kambanda puts it in there. That is easy for Muronga, who goes up with a long one. But it's still African Stars. Now, Joseph. Lovely play, finds Liakim. African Stars regain possession again. Joseph couldn't find Stefanes and Pietres Festes, the new signing from Feather Fighters, put that one into touch. Here is Willie Stefanes. Back to Stefanes. Mukapa flicks it on. Desperate clearance there from Mwenkake, but did a decent job. Kennedy Ape finds Aiguafa, who could not keep it in play. Over 10 minutes of the first half. The game slowing down. There's the busy Ukaba. He's possessed now. Can Chula Chula put up something together? But it is Edmund Kambanda. Oh, lovely footwork from Kambanda to get rid of his men like he was never there, but then lost possession. A quick ball from Joseph. Kamayanda Disiro will make sure no further punishment will come Kambanda's way, who lost the ball. Wanting in that middle of the park. Now, Laundry, Mugaba, closely been monitored and watched by Yasembe, the man from DRC also. So, two players from Democratic Republic of Congo on each other's throats at the moment. Now, here is Kambanda. Good challenge. But another corner kick given by the Eshoke Chula Chula. John Chikerete might be a little bit concerned with the way his team are presenting themselves in the first 10 minutes of this game. It has not been pretty for Eshoke Chula Chula, but African Stars have not really given them trouble in terms of creating goal-scoring chances. They will be happy on that front, but they will need more of the ball. Corner kick to African Stars, the third of the game for them. Willie Stefanes, it's on the money, and still in play. African Stars can't get it over the line, but good save from John Muronga. But that ball fall perfectly on the feet of Laundry Mugaba, who could not capitalize. But it was out of play from the goalkeeper's save, and that's why it is a corner kick again to African Stars. It's a good moment for African Stars. Can they capitalize on it? Chaiki got to take. There's a lot of warning from the referees to the players. They must be very careful. It's another good corner kick, well defended. And it's a free kick to Eshoke Chula Chula. It's a late challenge there. And it is Petrus Festus who is crawling on the turf there.
I mean, like I was saying earlier there, Chester, what a delivery there by Awilo Stefanes. That is definitely something that Chula need to be wary of, because African stars do have men that have a good leap. So they really, really need to be wary of this. Otherwise, this could end catastrophic for them. As we see there, one of the guys from Chula Chula injured themselves there from the second corner. And I'm sure Coach Sikerete must be worried because, like I said, that is the man brought in to basically fill the shoes of Moses Shidolo and Alpheus Levy. But as we can see there, he seems to be fine. It might have just been a small knock and he should be ready to continue.
It's a big ask for a man that's coming from the first division. Further fighters coming in the thick of things. And your first competitive game is against the champions in a very important competition.
I'm definitely sure that Coach Sikerete must have trust in this player if he, can entrust him with a match as big as this, with his first assignment, of course, being monitoring or rather coming up against the likes of Stiga Kashiere in the middle of the park. So I'm sure there is something that the young man shown in training there.
Ronald Kashiere. Hambira looking for Jusa, finds him. Now Isep, now flick on header, and now it's a shot that comes in. Should be easy, but John Muronga just got the save in 2 installments, but the job done. That's Shahikika with a shot there.
I mean, Chester, just from my early observations already, I can see, unlike last season, where, stars would ideally launch the ball from defense straight into the target man, they are actually choosing to play out from the back, play through the middle, and then look for Laundry, who seems to be doing the hold-up play up front there. And so far, it's proving to be quite, it's proving to be working. They just need to find that killer finish.
Free kick to Chula Chula. Now a chance for them to attack the African Stars defense. A header comes in. Referee says it's fair, but the ball is out of play. He went to check on Vaino Ukwanga whether he's fine, and he looks okay to continue. A throw-in will go to African Stars. Tabak Malane.
Chester, just from also early observations, a man that I really still want to see a lot of in this game is Godwin Aseb, who of course previously worked with Coach Ronnie at UNAM, and I'm sure he was brought into this team for his creativity. So I'm still looking forward to seeing him on the ball and see what he's going to bring to the fore.
Definitely have seen a lot of the ball. Also Godwin Asep in the early stages of the game, and he is operating just behind the 3 attackers there. As Setson well said there, he is expected to be the creative man behind Mukapa, Yusuf and Stefanes. Free kick will go to African Stars again. And it is the man from DRC, Laundry Mukapa, who's fouled. He looked very handful.
Yeah, no, he looks very, very busy. It looks like a strong man as well. So it looks like the Chula defense is just struggling to deal with him at the moment. And I'm sure Stars would be looking to capitalize from that. And as you can see, Awilo is on the dead ball again. So with him on the dead ball, you can expect anything. So yeah, let's see how this one goes.
Willie Stefanes and Bakonja Chahikika. Seems that they are the 2 trusted dead ball situation takers for African Stars, left and right footed. It will be Willie Stefanes go for goal, and John Muronga had to spoon that over the bar because it was landing inside the net.
I mean, like I said, Willie Stefanes, when it comes to the dead ball, anything is possible there. The goalkeeper had to pull out all stops just to put that one over the bar. It was well delivered free kick indeed, and now he's about to put in the corner kick. And let's see.
This is about the delivery. It is good on the money, but Eshoke Chula struggling to defend, and Pietrus Festus put it in touch again for another African Stars corner. That was Muronga there again, saving that one. And he has been the busy of the two goalkeepers. That is John Muronga. African Stars is asking another question. And then header comes in there, and it is a goal kick this time. I'm thinking it is Laundry Mukapa who got his header on that. And the supporters are really enjoying what has been displayed in front of them in the first 20 minutes of this encounter.
Chester, we saw another well-taken corner there by Willie Stefanes. And if I know Coach Ronnie well, I'm sure he knows what he has in Willie Stefanes in form of the way he executes his free kicks. So I'm sure they've practiced this quite a number of times on the training field. And I'm sure if Chula Chula is not careful, they might be punished with one of these set pieces.
Chaikika. And well closed down by Mwenyegake. It is been converted into a right back. Mwenyegake formerly played in the central defense. And here is Ibrahim Joseph now for African Stars. And it's Mwenyegake again, cutting every African Stars attack at this moment. Godwin Esep. Well defended by Eshoke Chula, and it will be a free kick to Eshoke Chula.
Something very interesting to note here with the African Stars team, sometimes when they are in attack, Awilo almost comes inside from the right-hand side, forming as a second striker there. But when they are defending, he obviously goes back into his position just to assist his right back there. So, yeah, it's very, and that must be a tactic from the coach as well.
It's another launching one up front there, Eshoke Chula. Looking for George Malesian, who couldn't really connect with that. But the route one looked like the option now for Chula at this moment in time. Hambira only as far as Kennedy Ape. Twist and turning. Good pressure from Eshoke Chula this time, not allowing African Stars with a lot of time on the ball. And well turned from Hambira, shows his experience there behind the Chula defense. And here is Laundry Mukape again. Sibak, he puts in a good ball and still kept in play, but went over the bar, and it will be a goal kick to Eshoke Chula.
I mean, Charles just showing his experience and composure there. Instead of clearing the ball or taking it out, he just decided that he's just going to turn and then launch it up front to Laundry.
Kambanda. Chahikika couldn't keep it in play. Kanalelo showing his goal-keeping skills, former goalkeeper himself. Desiro seems to be fine. The early scare when he got injured there. Have been a very consistent defense of African Stars with Kamayanda and Desiro, Charles Hambira, Nita Pingaruka, and Edmund Kambanda. The new introduction of Tibak Malane, the man from Botswana, operating down the right-hand side. New addition to that consistent backline of African Stars. Teshere. Now here is Mgaba again. And then it's out of play by Mwenyekake. It will be a throw-in for African Stars. Kambanda. He's tried to take some risk. And I'm not sure whether the coach will be happy with that. Can Echoke Chula test Kamayanda? But Leakim didn't do that. It's a chance here. Cleared by Kambanta. A good header from Kennedy Abe. Here is African Star now, Ibrahim Yusuf. Malane. Free kick will go to African Stars. Jackson Eliakim is the culprit, and the victim is that man, Tebak Malane.
As you can see there, Chester Awilo is again behind that ball, and they have deployed Vitapi into the box again. So let us see what they're trying to do with this free kick. You can see Charles Ambira is also heading into the box, so meaning he wants to deliver it on the penalty spot.
It's all about the delivery now. The big guys are in. Delivery not perfect by Willie Stefanes. Choke Chula can counter, but they got the free kick. It is their ball. Rather a throw-in, but still belong to Eshoke Chula. David Aigwafa. Kamayanda Ndisiro. Karuka. And it will be another throw-in for African Stars. It's a free kick that will go to throw-in to Eshoke Chula. There is an understanding that says that African Stars should be the better team in terms of fitness because of their involvement in the CAF Champions League earlier, and Eshoke Chula might be caught wanting in that regard. Will you see that happening maybe as we go on in the game, maybe later in the second half?
Not even in the second half, Chester. You can just see how electrifying this space is already, and it seems like Chula is struggling just to keep up with Stars.
Shots! It is the right fullback, Tebak Malane, with a shot off target. African Stars look dangerous from that wing as well. And the overlapping Malane adding numbers into African Stars attack.
Yes, I mean, we're seeing that man coming all the way from right back position into the box. That ball not just perfectly executed, but definitely, you know, something close there. So they need to be wary of him as well.
Lovely play from Dwesep. Kept it in play. He looks like a player that can make things happen for Echoke Chula, Lawrence Dwesep. And now, Mwenyekake, Pietres, lovely play, Leakim, good 10. Try to find Malaysiano, couldn't get it around the defender. Now African Stars goes the other way. It is Ibrahim Joseph. Lovely block from Mwenyekake. Chula can attack again.
I mean, Chester, if they really want to bring Fares and Eliakim into the game, then they need to get that ball onto Dwesep, because he looks like the one that can make things happen for Echoke Chula. So I think the problem for them at the moment is in the middle of the park.
Haidula will have a corner kick. It will be the first of Echoke Chula. And it's the skipper that have forced the corner kick, Fares Haidula. The taker will be Mateus Mwenyekake for Echoke Chula. A good take, well defended by African Stars. There's Chahikika. That's the confirmation of the scoreline here. No changes from the kickoff in terms of that statistics. Put in, header comes in, and the African Stars goalkeeper header. Oh, that should have been a goal. It is the big defender, Kennedy Abe. African Stars goalkeeper was in no man's land, and Kennedy Abe, with the whole goal at his mercy, he had it over the bar. Big chance for Echoke Chula.
Indeed a big chance. They found themselves in the Stars box there again, and we saw Kamayanda struggling again for the second time in this game with the ball in the air, and Kennedy Abe, of course, just needed to put that in the back of the net, but he put it over.
Kashere.
Chester, just something that came to my mind there with that chance that Echoke got. If you can remember, last year when Echoke Chula won this cup, most of the position or majority of the position belonged to African Stars, but but Echoke Chula still proved to come out victorious in that game. So what matters in this game is whoever puts the ball in the back of the net, and I'm sure African Stars is wary of that.
Couldn't agree with you more. It's about goals, not how good you play. Shahikika. Oh, that's a lovely ball in there. And it is a goal kick. Ibrahim Yusuf, the last man with the header. And I think Ronnie Cananello and African Stars will really at one point benefit from the good deliveries that have been done by Chahikika and Willie Stefanes. I think he's working around that for African Stars to score goals. Here is Yusuf now. Yusuf again. Space opening up, but easy for Aiguafa. Lovely one, and now finds Malaysiano.
I mean, Chester, Yusuf had a great opportunity to just put that ball there in for his right back, who had overlapped and who could have just whipped that ball into the middle of the box to their target man. But instead of doing that, he tried to take the defender on.
Stefanes. Will be a throw-in for African Stars. And the more the game remains goalless, the more Chula fancy their chances. And they start now asking few questions of African Stars defense, starting dominating or fighting for balls in the middle of the park. They are getting some encouragement signs here. Pietres Festes, Aiguafa, Cleared by Ape. The header comes from Pietres. He's also been very busy in the heart of the defensive line of the Shoke Chula Chula. The new signing, Pietres Festus, filling that boot of Shidolo very well at this moment. Now here's a chance for Shoke, and it's a goal! Shoke Chula Chula again. They have found a way when it looked impossible. And that's all they needed. One chance, one goal for a Shoke Chula Chula. And the crowd goes ballistic as Jackson Eliakim finds the net for a Shoke Chula Chula. And African Stars once again finds one thing.
I mean, what did we say, Testa? Just one chance, one goal. These guys do not need a second invitation. We already said it, that African Stars, if they fail to take their chances, they might live to regret it, and they did just that. Now, they will be chasing the game. What a well-executed finish there.
Shoke Chula Chula repeating last year's final again here. They scored in the first half after African Star dominated the play, and this is exactly what is unfolding here. And to be fair to a Shoke Chula Chula is that African Stars have dominated ball possession. They have really did very little with it in terms of creating goal-scoring chances, apart from the chances they are creating from set pieces.
100%. Now, Kutroni, as you can see there, I'm sure he must be trying to see how they can go about perhaps penetrating the defense of Shoke Chula Chula, because so far they've only been depending on set pieces, but it's not working so far. So I'm sure he's going to deploy a different tactic soon.
Now, African Stars, Godwin Asap fouled, and it will be a free kick to African Stars. And that's the goal scorer, Malesiano, George Malesiano. Marcelino getting the more important goal for Africans, for Shoke Chula Chula against African Stars. And now Mugaba been very quiet since the early blustering starting the game.
I think with, you know, as the time goes, Shoke Chula Chula growing in confidence, and obviously their fans here in the stadium will also be cheering them on. So I'm sure George, with that goal, also gained some confidence, and he will be looking to give Garuka as well as Charles Hambira something to think about there in the defense.
Ronald Keshiere with that attempt. He can hit them from the distance. They've shown it over the years, but not on that occasion. And one thing for African Stars that they have to deal with now, it's also beating John Muronga, who is a very flexible goalkeeper. Very good goalkeeper in the Eshoke Chula Chula goal. Isep. Throw-in will be to African Stars. One Chula Chula player down.
You know, Chester, this is where experience will really come to the fore for African Stars, where they will need to keep cool heads and just stick to the tactics instead of trying to rush the play. So they really need to keep cool heads and show that they are a well-drilled and a well-experienced team.
Now, here is Haidula. Lovely one finds Manyagake. Manyagake lays it off and it's put there. The goal scorer will get to it, George Marcelenu. That's out of play. Stefanes. Here is Willis Stefanes again. Stefanes thought about going for goal there and looking for Jusaf, who could not control that. Needs to get his feet right. And here we go. And Moronga knows that it's all about time. Also killing African Stars' momentum, delaying every ball that he will catch from now on. Keshere. Kahegika. Now here is Jusaf. And it will be a corner kick to African Stars. This is where they come alive. They have some good players with stature, and who knows how to hit the ball with the head. And they have those that can deliver. Chahikika here. The delivery is overcooked, and it will be a throw in for a Eshoke Chula Chula. And it looked like suddenly things are start going wrong for African Stars. Even the deliveries from Chahikika are not precise, and this is why, and the frustration will start creeping in.
100%. I mean, as you can see, I think they were earlier relying on those set pieces, at least just to get a goal from it, but none of that worked. And in fact, what happened is Chula Chula ended up scoring the first goal there, and now it looks like, you know, desperation is starting to kick in.
Now it's a choke. That is Dwesep. Tries to get around the defender there, couldn't. Now Mugaba. Dwesep now does well again. Now he's put into the box. That is too close to the goalkeeper.
Wow, what footwork there from Dwesep. Like I said, this is the man that Chula Chula need to get onto the ball, because it looks like he can make things happen for them there. I mean, just showing how good he is with his footwork. And of course, Chester, let's not forget, we have the Chan game coming up for the local base players. So these players would also be looking to impress the new coach in the form of Coach Sikerete.
And suddenly, African Stars game plan is out of the window. Eshoke Chula Chula knows how to deal with them. They are pressing the Stars players on the ball, not allowing them a lot of time. Here is Edmund Kambanda. Disiro. Garuka. Kambanda. Now looking for Mugaba, and he's offside. Just 2 minutes of official time before we get to halftime. And it looked like Shoke Shula Shula will go to the break with an upper head like it was last year. Chaikika. Oh, lovely play from Pietrus Festus. A good touch. Now, lovely. Here is a shot that comes from Matthias Mwenyegake, the right fullback, who have now vacated his position, but got to the ball again. ASAP. Free kick will go to Eshoke. Chula Chula.
Chester, if anything, I'm sure Coach Sikerete can't wait for that halftime whistle, just so that he can go into the halftime with that lead.
Mwenyegake. And not a well-executed header from Charles Hambira. It will be two additional minutes at the end of the 45.
2 minutes added to the stoppage time. 2 minutes added to the stoppage time.
It is Jackson Eliakim. Clarence, oh, lovely touch there. Now Edwin Wilsep, now it's African Stars. Ibrahim Jusaf. Jusaf couldn't keep that in play, and it's very disappointing.
I mean, we see the African Stars fans, they're just starting to show some frustration with the delivery from Yusuf, because they of course expect better from him, from a man of this caliber.
Here is Chula Chula. Oh, lovely turn by Hindula. They are getting confident now. African Star have lost it. That is the confidence. The throw-in will go to Eshoke Shula Chula, and they will take their time to get things going here, as they want to get their briefing, halftime team talk, with a goal up.
Yeah, no, that halftime team talk will be important for both teams, because Eshoke will be looking to deploy, a lineup that would help them defend that lead, while African Stars would be looking to go on to the offense to try and equalize and, of course, get the much-needed goal.
A quick throw. It is Eliakim. Try to waste seconds. And I think we are there now in terms of the 2 minutes. A quick throw in again will be, and that's the first 45 minutes of the 10th edition of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup. It is a repeat of the 2023 competition between the two sides. Eshoke Chula Chula leading at halftime by 1-0. And it is Jos Marcelenu who scored the only goal of the game so far. It was against the run of play. At that point, African Stars was in control of the proceedings, dictating everything in the game. And Eshoke Chula Chula, George Marcelenu, scored the most important goal. And since then, African Stars are found wanting, and Eshoke Chula Chula look like they know what they're doing. Setson.
I mean, like you said there, it was completely against the run of play, and ever since then, things completely changed, it seems, in the favor of Eshoke Chula Chula, and now African Stars would need to go back to the drawing board. I mean, look at the repeat there. You see what a well-executed goal from Mr. George. I mean, all he needed was one chance in the box, and he finished it.
Oh, lovely take. One touch, the second, he knew where the goalkeeper was, he knew where the defender was. Oh, lovely, lovely take from Marcelenu. Look at that. And he joined Moses Shidolo as the scorers of Eshoke Chula Chula in this competition.
I mean, Chester, just on top of that goal, that pass from Mwanyegake, I mean, what a well-executed through ball to George there.
Now let's crouch at the touchline where Jovita Kanchumbwa and his panelist of experts are standing by.
Eshoke Chula Chula leading by 1-0 as far as Nani makes it 1-0 for Eshoke Chula Chula. African Stars trailing behind as halftime has approached, and man oh man, we spoke about that one team has to score before halftime, and Eshoke happened to be the difference.
What a fantastic goal, first and foremost, by Marcelinho George. That was a really smart, shrewd finish, all in one motion to take the ball. Kamayanda Disilo didn't set yet, and it was a brilliant finish. Eshoke Chula Chula really needed to suffer quite a lot in that first half, especially from set plays. African Stars really looks dangerous from set plays, and I think it was they will have come in here in this game, Eshoke Chula Chula, expecting exactly that they need to absorb a lot and be prepared to suffer. But then they were always going to be dangerous on the counter. We preempted this, and that's exactly what happened. And it was a brilliant finish, really.
Well, let's look at this highlights, Stacey, as we get to look at, just what transpired. Maneti coming on with, that is the founder of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup, that is Amos Yuka, bringing the trophy. The president coming in, very an emotional start to the game, one would say.
Definitely very, very emotional start, especially the song also that was sang, a very original song from Namibia. So I could see also from the crowd that was pulled how emotional that was. And for Ricardo Manati, a legend of the game, I think it was spectacular for the crowd as well to see. It was amazing.
I mean, Chipa, take us through the highlights.
Yeah, look, this was African Stars Bakonja Shaikika on his left foot. Perhaps you want him to take to go far post. He went near post that time. And unfortunately, or fortunately for the Eshoke Chula Chula goalkeeper, but this man, Awilo Stefanes, has been in the thick of things from set plays, and that needed saving from the goalkeeper there. This was also another one, a case of when you're in that position, you need to go far post, and that was the right back of African Stars. This here, Kennedy Ape, really the tallest man on the field. You expect him to take to put that one away with a goal gaping basically, and. The defense of African Stars was found wanting again, unfortunately for Kennedy Ape that time. But this was the goal, the moment of the goal. All in one motion here. What a brilliant finish that from George Marcelinho as he's running. But also the quality of the pass allows him to just take it in one motion. And the on-rushing goalkeeper had no time to set. Kamayanda Dithra was beaten. And this is obviously the man with the attacking flair for of the torch, carrying the attacking torch for Eshoke Chula Chula, and he's been brilliant and in the thick of things, really.
Well, there you have the highlights, man. Certainly a very bad setback for African Stars, seeing that they are now trailing 1 goal behind as Eshoke Chula Chula have the lead going into halftime.
We said earlier when we started off that African Stars are the wounded ones. Unfortunately, but then we have seen that in the first half, it really showed that they wanted it. But then they were not very clinical in their finishing. So I just feel that it's unfortunate. And I would say it was a brilliant, brilliant goal from Chula Chula.
While all things is not over yet, there is a 45 more minutes that needs to come up. And we get to look at what transpired in terms of the stats of the first half. Chipa, let's look at those statistics.
Yeah, I think the goal says everything about the game. But in terms of total attempts, African Stars leading that alongside obviously the corners as well. African Stars have been tremendous from corners. It's quite unfortunate that they have not gotten anything to reap of it. But then the fouls committed, very evenly balanced game. And that perhaps speaks to that the man who's really been pulled into the thick of things in the middle of the park, Fiestas Pietres, I think he's done very well. He's not so much on the ball, but he's done very well in terms of breaking down the play. And the midfield battle has even out quite much.
I mean, Stacey, your thoughts on the stats. Looking at the stats, what are your thoughts?
In terms of the stats, it obviously shows that African Stars definitely have been dominating, but then it does not portray what this current result is. So Chula Chula definitely showed up with the goal. And it's always very exciting. We see with a final, it's exciting to see when a goal is scored, because one would not see a final, especially going into a penalty shootout.
Well, we're going to have to see the next 45 minutes out. And if Chula can hold on, we might see them retaining the trophy they won last year. But Chippa, let's talk about what do you think is going on in the dressing room now of African Stars as they are heading or preparing for the second half?
I think the one thing that they've done very well in African Stars is they've created quite a number of questions for Chula, a number of problems. The unfortunate thing is that has mostly come from set plays, right? There hasn't been any creativity from the likes of Bakonja Shaikika in the middle of the park, as well as Godwin Asep. They need to try and release the forward plays. I've been very much impressed with the men from the DR Congo. They are number 9 African Stars in terms of his hold-up play. That's something, that's an avenue that they can utilize a little bit more. Chula, obviously, they will want to really protect their lead. I think they are a team that is designed to absorb a lot of pressure. You look at the coach, Sikerete, his body language is one that is very calm. Even when the guys make an error, he's clapping hands. And I think that is very important, that level of composure in a dressing room for them to say, listen, it's in our hands. We got what we came for, what we needed. Now let them suffer for it, African Stars. And for African Stars, they need to find different avenues to try and ask questions and hopefully unlock that tight Chula defense.
I mean, Stacey, do you think African Stars have what it takes to come back from this setback?
African Stars is also a very disciplined team. So I feel that going on with Ronnie Kananale as a coach, he has a very aggressive approach. So I feel that also saying that it's the only trophy not in their cabinet. So I believe that with 45 minutes ahead, they still stand a chance.
I mean, the statistics don't lie. These teams have always been so close in terms of the game. But let's talk about the perspective. Was it really an exciting game? Or what were your thoughts exactly on the play in the first 45 minutes?
Man, I think there's, and we said it beforehand, that the Chula African Stars match is by far one of the best matches in our local calendar, and it has left up to it. The quality of the play on the field, the tactics on the field that is being displayed. You can tell it's two very well coached teams, but then also the atmosphere and coming back on the field to play. I think there's a lot of individual battles that makes it really, really exciting, and that's something that we can look forward to. I think on the balance of play, I would say a lot of people will probably lift their brows to this, but I will say a goal is definitely what the game needed. And a goal for Chula means that the game is livened up now, and now African Stars will have to throw all hands on deck. Because if it is a final, whether you lose 1-0 or you lose 3-0, it's still a loss. So I expect African Stars to come out guns blazing, and perhaps that will play a little bit in the hands or in the favor of Hage Chula because they are very dangerous, as we have seen from transitional moments and on the counter.
I mean, Stacey, Chula comfortably in the lead. What do you think they should do in the next 45 minutes to maintain their lead?
I think it's very obvious. If one should come in, it's for them to keep a level head. It's not to be overconfident, because you never know. And one thing they shouldn't do is to underestimate African Stars. African Stars is a formidable team, Joanna. So it's important for them to keep their lead and just to be transparent as well as thing.
We're going to go to the next 45 minutes. I did touch on Hage Chula. What do you think they need to do to maintain their lead and retain their trophy?
I think try and keep, you saw African Stars are dangerous from set plays. Try and minimize the set plays. Try and minimize the free kicks in your own half. Try and minimize the corner kicks. I think once they close that avenue, then a lot of it will probably be in their advantage, because they can match African Stars physically. I think quite interestingly, we know that African Stars have been the best year of the two. You expect African Stars to actually be fitter. But the Hage Chula, we know they are runners. They are coming from the north. It's very, very hot in the north. It's much hotter than it is here. So these conditions for Hage Chula are more favorable for them, because it's not as searing hot. And when you train in that conditions also, it allows you to be much more fitter. So in terms of the fitness, Hage Chula are there, and we just expect, I think, a beautiful second half for the teams to come out once they come out.
I mean, Stacey, the crowd is also coming alive now. There's so much excitement, especially after that goal by Chula.
You know, Edison said it out. It was very early to speak in the first half about the crowd that was not enough. We could now clearly see now who wouldn't want to be part of this atmosphere. And I wouldn't say the music does not fall short of it as well. So it's very exciting to be here.
Let's talk about which players, maybe substitutions, changes that African Stars need to make.
Yeah, I think I would say in their midfield, they need more creativity. The one thing that's puzzling is the creative players are actually on the field in Chaikika and Godwin. They have Ngero Katwa, who's more of a defensive midfielder, but he can push the team a little bit forward. I think what Ngero Katwa will bring to their team if he's introduced is a little bit of grit in that midfield, because they need to dominate the midfield battle. Chaikika is good on the ball, but off the ball, I don't think he's giving a lot. And Stiga almost is suffering alone in that midfield, if I can say so. I think also what they need to do a little bit is try and find their danger man on the ball, who will be Willow Stefanes, try and get him in dangerous positions, and then give him more responsibility on the ball. I think that a lot of this will come down to responsibility. Big players, big moments, and this is the moment for it. You want to have players that will come and show responsibility. As we look again at that goal, what a brilliant finish.
Lastly, predictions for the last 45 minutes.
Can I just say that, first and foremost, I'm probably going to take Stacey's number so that I can, when I go to betting, I have to consult it, because so far, 2 out of 2 in that. It was first 0-0, and now you also predicted, and I believe correctly, if I'm not mistaken. So my predictions are off today, but I expect African Stars to come back 1-1 at end time.
Stacey?
I should agree with you as well. But then I believe African Stars is going to score. Let me say a 2-1 for African Stars, yes.
Well, there you have the predictions. We'll be crossing over to Chester Wamonika and the team in commentary as we get to watch the last 45 minutes of this game between Ashoka Chula Chula and African Stars.
Thank you, Jovita, Edison and Stacey from the touchline analysis there. As we are moving into the second half, I have spotted one change there for African Stars that we need to confirm, but definitely that will be confirmed. But Jomo Shiveta, jersey number 20, is on the pitch. Not sure who is the player who's off. We will confirm that to you, but African Stars, Jomo Chiveta, number 20, have been introduced.
Yeah, Chester, it looks like he's been deployed in the place of Ibrahim. Maybe the coach just wants to try something different here, because surely you know what they tried to deploy first half wasn't working, and of course that surprise from Chula Chula caught them off guard. So now they're probably going for plan B.
And we are underway with what might be the last second half of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup, and Chiveta already on the ball and got register a chance on target there. For African Stars, they need to come all out. Ashoka Chula Chula will need to defend as they did in 2023 to win it, or even go better and score another. Ashoka Chula Chula, and it is Mateus Manyigake who will deliver this for Ashoka Chula Chula. The last 45 minutes of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup ever. Now a chance here for Ashoka shot! Oh! Jackson Eliakim have doubled the score. African Stars players still in the dressing room. Ashoka Chula Chula players are back, woken and ready with the second half. It is the pride of the North, Ashoka Chula Chula, with the second here at the Independence Stadium. Setson.
What an electrifying start there from Ashoka Chula Chula, with Jackson Eliakim finishing off that set piece there. That is exactly what African Stars were supposed to do with their set pieces in the first half, with Chula Chula showing them exactly how it's done there. This is any coach's dream start to a second half.
Look at the delivery. Unbelievable. African Stars defenders couldn't get to it, and it was Jackson Eliakim, the only person alert and ready to punish.
I mean, I look at that chance again, and Stiga, with all of his experience, definitely should have done better. He had to go there with his head, and he chose to go with the foot, and he completely missed the ball.
Now, what can Ronnie Cananello come up with? I'm sure, very sure that the halftime team talk is now again thrown out of the window. With 2 goals down, you need a different approach.
This is exactly when African Stars' experience will be tested, as well as the experience of their coach. Let us see how this goes.
And we have already alluded to the fact that this game does not see many goals. Now African Stars need to score 3 to win it. It looked already like an impossible task.
I mean, Chester, that 1-0, like you said, already looked like a daunting task. Now it's 2 goals. And of course, the danger with that is
Makaba, Lodri. Shot comes in, now well cleared by Petrus Festus.
Yes, Chester, I was saying that the danger with African Stars trying to chase for those goals now will be that they might leave themselves exposed at the back, and Chula Chula might be looking to exploit that.
John Chikerete might just know how. He knows how to tactically beat African Stars. If we clinch this, it will be 4 meetings. Chula Chula winning them twice, and 1 draw, and only 1 victory for African Stars. Ronnie Canalello, he needs to use his mind. He needs to get messages across to the players. Now is Chula Chula, and it is Jos Marcelino who is breathing on the neck of the African Stars defense. And this man, Petrus Festus, have fit in well in that Moses Shudolo vacated spot. Now, Mkaba. This is now Malane. Malane tried to put it in, and it will be a corner kick. They have to break the blue wall, blue brick wall of Eshoke Chula Chula. If they are to come back in this game, they need a goal, and it's with immediate effect. Willie Stefanes with a delivery. A header comes in, and that is misplaced by Edmund Kabanda. Usually a trusted figure with those as well, but not on that occasion.
I mean, Chester, when you are trailing, those are the chances you are supposed to take. Willie Stefanes puts the ball on the plate again there, but Edmund Kabanda just fails to hit the target.
Kamayanda Disiro, beaten twice. And now it's a free kick against the goal scorer, George Marcelino. It is Charles Hambira. There is the first goal scorer, punished African Stars defense with some well-taken skill to beat both the defender and the goalkeeper. Stefanes, they will need him more now. He puts another good ball in, and well defended by Yenga Yazambe. A quick throw on the other end, and he's put in the box, cleared by Yazambe, again the man from the Democratic Republic of Congo, Keshere. And here is the other man, Mukaba. Oh, and it's Yazambe again. He is putting his body on the line. That man, jersey number 4 of Eshoke Chula Chula, Zenge Yazambe. He seems like the brick within the bricks of the Ocheko Chula Chula defense. Stefanes. Malane will throw, and he will decide to go for a long one. Looking for Gaba. Gaba couldn't get to it, and it is another throwing that will go South African Stars' way. Malane, Stefanes, Malane, now Godwin Asep. African Stars have to redo it again. Garuka finds Hambira. And that's another foul. And is the goal scorer. It's a yellow card to the goal scorer. Must Lenu Josh go into the referee's crime book?
That was, of course, Charles Hambira trying to charge forward there. But as you can see, even the striker of Chula Chula is back assisting his defense. If anything here, Chester, I think these guys are now going to defend for their lives.
Stefanes with a delivery. The far post, and it will be a corner kick, African Stars. Chula Chula will have to be, their defense have to be focused at all times with his deliveries. This they go for a short one. Stefanes puts it inside. Well defended by Shoke. Clarence anyway will do. African Stars required to come back to a Choke Chula Chula. You wouldn't blame them, would you? For now, they need to protect the 2 goals they have. It's African Stars to show what they can do in the offensive part of the game. Oshoke have done their job offensively. And here's Dwesep.
Great skill shown there by Dwesep. Dwesep simply good with his feet there and just showing it again there. And of course, by doing that, he gives his team a breather.
Mateus Nyagake on the edge of the box. Oh, lovely take. And the shot's not the best from Iguafa. But use really a good fit there to get rid of the defenders in front of him. Flick on. Free kick will go to Ashoke Chula Chula. They played twice in this competition, Ashoke Chula Chula. That's a confirmation of the yellow card. And if they win it, it will be 100% performance from Ashoke Chula Chula. Played twice, won it twice. African Stars are participating for the 5th time. And if they lose here again, it is 5 times with no victory of the competition. Now, Keshere. Oh, Dwesep. Oh, and it's another chance here. Oh, play on, and it is Jackson Eliakim who should have put the game in the bag for Ashoke. Now, Chiveta for African Stars.
What great play there from Dwesep. I mean, that was an amazing pass there. All he needed to do was put the ball in the back of the net, but he tried to round the goalkeeper and even went on the floor there without even being touched.
Was looking for a penalty. Stefanes far post header! cleared off the line. Comes back again. It's Kampanta.
What?
It was offside anyway. Couldn't have counted. Edmund Kampanta with a chance there. And there is the master of tactician, John Sikerete. At this moment, let's look at that again. Whether that was offside or not.
But offside or not, what a save from the goalkeeper there. A great save.
Now, Dwesep. And the goalkeeper got a little knock. It's cool, like he pulled a muscle. Maybe that is John Muronga, the goalkeeper. And Sikerete will use the time to give few instructions, but there is applause that are going in that direction. But on this side of coaching, it's different. Frustration. You don't want to go in his mind right now. Willie Stefanes is the man that needs to come up with what he knows best, that's scoring goals, and try to see whether his team can pull this one out of the bag.
I mean, Chester, just from some observation, Willie Stefanes looks like he's really trying to carry his team here. And all game he's been putting that ball into all the dangerous areas, but it just seems like they are not converting those chances. Ronnie might be tempted to bring in just somebody else up front there. Maybe they will have better luck.
Nothing is going right for African Stars at this moment. A throw in Mateus Mwenyegake. Kampanta will clear. Throw in will go to African Stars this time. Hambira. Ukaba fighting for it now, Stefanes. The delivery is good. The header comes in and is over the bar. It's a corner kick. It is the decision from the referee. I'm not so sure whether that was a corner kick. And the president of the Republic of Namibia and the president of the Namibian Football Association sitting together in the VIP, enjoying the football. Shoke Shula with a clearance. A quick throw in. Throwing that goes to African Stars once again. They have been limited to chances here. Godwin Asep, cleared by Kennedy Ape. African Stars comes back again. Asep, Kampanta couldn't take that into his stripes. It is Nyazambe who clears. It is a very stubborn central defense there. Sange Nyazambe and Kennedy Ape. African Stars can't find a way around them. And they have also silenced Laundry Mugaba, who was so lively in that first half.
Yes, I mean, we are not seeing the same laundry we saw in the first half there. I think those were some instructions from Coach Sikerete, and now he seems to have been neutralized by the defense. It looks like Coach Ronnie would have to deploy just a different tactic in order to bring him back into the game.
Will Stefanes been pushed by Aigwafa, David Aigwafa. He will be happy with that. Now, a Shoke Chula Chula defense to defend again. Stefanes will go far post. And it is that man again, Zenge Yazambe, with the last header on that. Throw into African Stars. They thought they were going to get a corner kick. Cleared, half cleared, should say, by Gwega. Quick throw. Here's Ugaba from a very, very skewed angle that John Muronga have no problems with that.
Ever since that second goal there, Chester, Kamayanda has not been seeing any action really. So it just shows you that African Stars is really chasing that that goal that seems to be eluding them. But they're still falling short, to be quite honest.
Very much. And talking about Kamayanda not being busy, I only saw John Muronga also been busy now.
Yeah,
Haven't been also very busy goalkeeper.
Which just tells us that the African Stars is busy with the ball, but busy in all the wrong places or the wrong areas of the field.
Throwing to African Stars. Just over an hour played of the game. Eshoke Chula Chula are right where they want to be at this time of the game. Here is Ugaba, Laundry. Try to fight for everything, but well marshaled by David Aigwafa. And it will be a throw-in to Eshoke Chula Chula as well. Frustration all over African Stars players' faces. This is pumped up front. Mayanda Disiro is claiming it. Now finds Edmund Kambanda. Now here is Chahikika. Try to cut back inside. Lovely challenge there. Eshoke can counter attack. And it's a lovely ball for Fares Aindula. He couldn't keep it in play. And it's out of play. Ronnie Canalelo asking himself a lot of questions. Tactically outsmarted by Sikerete in this game.
100%. Like I said, this will be a game of the two great tacticians going at each other, mind games and all. And you can see so far Sikerete coming out on top. The question is, what will Ronnie, the magnet Canalelo, do?
This will just manifest the appointment of Sikerete as the national coach for the Chan competition qualifiers. And he's just shown why the Football Association went with him. Now, can African Star pull one back? The cross comes in, and it's a corner kick to African Stars. And it's Zenge Yanzambe again. He sees every danger around that penalty box, and he's the first to react. Corner kick quickly taken. This should be free header, but well cleared. Restart, Ronald Keshiere. Cut back here is Godwin Esep. No way through the blue brick of all. Do you know who blocked that?
It can only be the man that has been doing the job the entire game, Mr. Hage Geingob.
It's only him. He's the man from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Played his football in Zambia before joining Eshoke Chula Chula. Hage Geingob.
Definitely showing there why Chula Chula went all the way to procure his services.
A throwing now for Eshoke Chula Chula, who are not in any hurry. Throwing again for Stars, and it is David Aigwafa. And Tebak Malane tried to shield the ball, the player, for a goal kick, but it is considered corner kick for Eshoke.
As you can see there, Eshoke not in a hurry at all to take this corner, and now you have Mbakonja Shaikika having to come and give them the ball so that they can deliver their corner there.
And you will ask yourself a question, why should they? Corner kick to be taken. It's a very good ball, headed by Charles Hambira. Can African Stars counter? Now Edwin Asep does well. Here is Shiveta. What can African Stars do now? Come back into the box. It's a penalty. Penalty given to African Stars. A lifeline here. Some great run by Jomo Shiveta, the man that was introduced in the second half, has given African Stars a lifeline here. The referee did not hesitate for a moment to point to the penalty spot. Setson, do you agree?
That is definitely a penalty. If he was to commit that foul, he should have done it way before this player came anywhere close to the box. I mean, this is exactly why Jomo Shiveta was brought into this game by Coach Ronnie. Poor tackle there. And now, Awilo Stefanes has the responsibility to bring his team back into the game.
Now, the question is, yes, the penalty is given. Yes, it was a penalty. Now the question is, will the penalty be converted? That's another thing that African Stars have to deal with. It's another phenomena that the Okatheran defense have to deal with before you can say they have pulled the goal back. It looked like a serious injury for the player who has committed the foul. That is Mateusa Manyegake. He is caught between two things here. Maybe really a serious injury, or the shame of giving away a penalty also.
But from the indication of the medic there, it seems like this is the end of the game for Manyegake. After such a solid game that he had, it's a pity that this is how it's ending for him.
Looked like a very serious injury. You can see the players calling for a substitution.
Looks like he rolled his ankle there while committing that foul. And without hesitation, the referee pointed straight to the penalty spot. Could this be the lifeline, Chester, that Coach Ronnie was waiting for?
It should be the lifeline. But first of all, for that lifeline to be active, the penalty should be converted. So that scenario have not been done yet,
and you know, Chester, the longer we wait to take this penalty, the more the nerves of the player that is entrusted to take this penalty But again, that player is Willie Stefanes. Let us hope that experience comes to the fore and that he'll be able to keep his nerves and convert this for the Okatherandu folklore.
Will this be a double jeopardy for Eshoke Chula Chula, giving a penalty away and also a player? Let's get back to the game. It is Willie Stefanes up against John Muronga. He's a trusted man on the pitch with his moments. Willie Stefanes, you wouldn't look past him to take a penalty for African Star or for whatever team he's played for. He's an expert of dead ball situations. But John Muronga, on the other hand, is also a tough character between the sticks. The nerves are mounting. He should be experienced enough to deal with the nerves. Willie Stefanes, he is not experienced enough to deal with the nerves, and African Stars have squandered a big opportunity to pull a goal back in this game.
I mean, Chester, that was an opportunity for them to come back into this game, and they gave it to the most trusted individual in the form of Awilo Stefanes, and it looks like it was the goalpost that was playing as the 12th man for Chula Chula there. Where to now, Chester? What does Coach Ronnie do? What does African Stars do?
I think this is where the African Star supporters will go. This is not our game. But it goes deeper than that. This is not our competition.
That's how it looks. It's starting to look like Eshoke Chula Chula might maintain that 100% record in the Hage Geingob Cup. And of course, we see them making a replacement there, bringing in a new right back for the injured Mwanyengage. It looks like it is jersey number 5. It looks like it's jersey number 5 in the form of Johannes Kanime that comes in to fill the shoes of Mwanyengage.
And also Johannes Vasiliou is in, jersey number 12 there, and he is going to beef up the defensive midfield of Eshoke Chula Chula. The penalty might have just dropped the energy within the African Stars players. That will be all the way to John Muronga.
But also, Chester, apart from the goalpost playing its part there, it looks like John Muronga was also going the right way for that penalty.
And I mean, you said it also well that the longer it took Awilo Stefanes to take the penalty, the more the nerves he became, or no, more nervous he became.
It will be interesting to see what else they try to do now, because I don't see any movement from the African Stars bench there. So it seems like these are the players that are entrusted to do the job for African Stars.
Clearance by Eshoke Chula Chula, Johannes Kanime, the men that have been brought in that right back position. He's also the second baseman, Vasiliou. Johannes Vasiliou came in from for Kwanga. Put it away now, it's a good chance. Oh, should have been 3 for Eshoke Chula Chula. And another chance when backing. Godwin ASAP, the free kick will go to Chula Chula.
That definitely would have been the final nail in the coffin if they had converted their chance. What an opportunity to make it 3-0 in the favor of Eshoke Chula Chula.
It's another long ball there. Kamayanda shoots. Should be a routine catch. And Laundry Bukaba can't keep that in play. And I think Kananelo look at his bench. There might be some movements. Change of personnel. Confirmation, Kanime Johannes went in for Mwafigake, who was injured shortly. Now African Stars, Malane. Hambira finds Stefanes. Stefanes does well. Godwin ASAP wants to get Stefanes into the game. And Will Stefanes, I think the idea was to hit it against the player and win a corner kick. That did not go well. The trusted man of African Stars disappointed this time from 11 feet. Here is Eliakim Pietrus. Eliakim again. Pietrus. Will be a free kick to Chula Chula, as Godwin ASAP have been judged to have handled that. And African Stars will get Gero Katwa in shortly. I'm not sure what the tactic will be there. He's not the most offensive of the players, more defensive player, but maybe he might help to push somebody more into offensive role. We will see what this Ronnie is thinking. Ronnie Kananelo.
Definitely looks like it will be an interesting substitution, because when you are chasing the game, you're expecting the coach to make an offensive substitution. But we will have answers to that now when we see who is coming on for.
Nice, a flick on. Stefanes couldn't get to that. Kennedy Ape done enough to prevent the danger. Okay, Shahikika is possessed. African Stars, now it's a chance maybe for African Stars to make that change with Shahikika, who will be withdrawn for Africans. No. Edmund Kambanda, yes, that is Kambanda who is withdrawn. And Gero Katwa. I think there is a whole tactical shift within African Stars. A left back out and a defensive midfielder in.
At the moment, Chester, it looks like Coach Ronnie is deploying a 3-5-2 by pushing his right-sided defender in the form of Tabang Malane to the front there, and having Ngero Katwa in the left back position. So it looks like he wants to flood the midfield, but also have two marksmen up front there. The question is, where is Awilo going to play? Will he remain on the right, or will he be the second striker in front there?
You can see now by formation like Aikika, ASAP will be more offensive with Willis Stefanes and Mukaba. Here is Stefanes. Now, good chance. Shot comes in. Easy from John Muronga.
Definitely safe hands there from John Muronga. As we can see, the tactics deployed by Coach Ronnie here. We have Malane filling in that right wing position with Awilo Stefanes forming part of the striking positions up front there. This is them saying that they are going for it. They are going for broke as we speak, Chester.
And time is against them. Only 8 minutes remaining of normal time. We will have a little bit of additional time caused by the injury. But now on the counter-attack, it is Haidula, but well marshaled. And it will be a free kick to African Stars. Gero Katwa fouled. And Mateus Mwenyegake seems to be okay to at least sit on the bench and watch the remainder of the game. He wouldn't get in too much celebration after the final whistle as is in pain. Now, Choke Chula continues, and here is Dwesep, Lawrence Dwesep. They have 2 in the box. Lawrence Dwesep puts it in there. Well defended by African Stars, but still Dwesep take 2, good 10. Dwesep gets into the box. Is that not a pen? Referee says goal kick.
That definitely looked like dangerous play from Katwa there. But remember, he's not a natural defender, and Dwesep must know this. So Dwesep is trying to exploit that left back position of African Stars there, and he nearly succeeded.
Good challenge from Hambira. And now, good play from Chahikika. And that's heavy. Muronga will get this. Just over 5 minutes of normal time. It's all a Choke Chula has between them, and claiming or successfully defend the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup. And they are making substitutes as Israel Shikongo will be introduced, and the man that scored the first goal, George Marcelenu, will be withdrawn. And Israel Shikongo have been introduced. Kamayanda Ndiziro. Kennedy Ape has been consistently very good in that line of defense for Choke Chula. And here is Israel Shikongo, the man that was just introduced. Possession given away cheaply. Shiveta. And it's a free kick to African Stars. A yellow card is presented. Chikongo is the man that was given the yellow card. Your partner should be Kanime, Johannes Kanime, cautioned, and African Stars have made a change as well. King, long one, and Moronga. African Stars brought in their new signing, also King Namaza from King Nazama from Zimbabwe was the last or the latest signing of African Stars.
I mean, this King Nazama came in for their captain, Stiga Kashiere there, and it shows you again that Coach Ronnie is going for broke. He's trying to go for all of it in the last 3 minutes, but is it a little too late? I mean, this King Nazama is a striker. In fact, when they signed him, they said this is the man that was brought to alleviate a bit of pressure from Willie Stefanes. So the question is, why was he not introduced earlier?
Now, Jahikika, well defended. There is Gero Katwa. Oni Cananello came with 2 UNAM players in his back. Godwin Asap and Gero Katwa to join him at African Stars. Now, Chula Chula. Oh, that's lovely again. And now it's a chance here. It's offside. Quick throw. Quick start, rather. Hambira. It's a lovely ball. Now looking for the man. Zamba. Stefanes. Wille Stefanes goes in. Oh, well defended by Guafa. Clears it and finds his man as well. Now, Haidula. Oh, African Stars exposed here. It's a chance now. Israel Shikongo. He's possessed easily of the ball. Here is Shahikika. Shahikika looking for Laundry. Ukaba, who is fouled. And it will be a free kick to African Stars. A goal for African Stars might just be a consolation goal with time running out now. But it's very interesting how many additional time we will have. Kennedy Ape is the free kick. It seems like it's going to a shock. Chula Chula. Not African Stars.
I think, Chester, what was supposed to be a free kick there ended up being an offside decision going in favor of Eshoke, Chula Chula, hence why we even saw the referee nullifying the initial yellow card that was issued to Abe.
Mugaba finds Stefanes. Stefanes' head have dropped since he missed the penalty. Yes, Malane, that's too close to John Murona, down his throat, and Moronga will waste some few seconds. Shoke Chula Chula, it's nearly there. It looked like it's theirs again. Flick on here. Shot from Shahikika. Nobody will be worried by that.
I mean, Chester, again there you see Kennedy Ape putting his leg, or his body on the line there. I mean, Kennedy Ape and Zenge Azambe really defended their hearts out today. They kept out the African Stars attack, and they really shielded their goalkeeper today.
Couldn't agree with you more. There's sets in between them, both of them, and Lawrence Doesep. You have to choose the man of the match.
It will definitely be a tough one, because Lawrence Doesep, what a talent. He definitely gave the new national selection coaches a headache with today's performance. So it will definitely be between the three of them. But don't rule out the man that scored the first goal in the form of George Marcelino.
Most definitely. He has also put in a good shift. Now, Stefanes on the edge. Hera comes in there. Chance and a goal. Handball. It was handball. It It will be a free kick. It was handled in the mix of that. And the African Star supporters have started leaving the stadium, indicating that this is not our day, this is not our competition. They have dominated everything else in form of football, but they can't get their hands on this trophy on the 5th attempt.
And today they had the last opportunity to put their hands on the trophy that actually matters, because they would have gotten to keep it. But Eshoke Chula Chula said, not today, not.
And that is the end of the game. It is Eshoke Chula Chula again. They have won it back to back for the second time in the second year running. Eshoke Chula Chula are the champions of the final edition of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup. History in the making, and after 5 attempts, African Stars yet again fail to put their hands on the trophy.
Chester, it is 2 out of 2. Percentage-wise, it is 100% record in favor of the pride of the North, Eshoke Chula Chula, proving that this is their competition, this is their cup. They claimed it and they get to keep it. They defended it. They left their hearts on that field today. What a display by Eshoke Chula Chula. What deployment of tactics by Coach John Sikerete.
And who needs Moses Shidolo? Who needs Levi Alpheus? Eshoke Chula Chula have done this without the 2 major figures of last season.
This is a clear indication that life goes on. Life goes on, Chester. And Eshoke Chula Chula showed us here that Petrus Festus, Uwanga, and Lawrence Dosep in that midfield were good enough to carry the pride of the North.
It is a competition that have come to an end.
Are you ready?
As Eshoke Chula Chula Eshoke Chula Chula have won it for the second time. It's the 8th football competition that had hosted the beautiful game of football. And Mamelodi Sundowns have won it 3 times. The Brave Warriors have won 2 competitions. Eshoke Chula Chula won it twice. And also Zambia winning it once. So Mamelodi Sundowns, the record holders of this competition 3 times, followed by the Brave Warriors and Eshoke Chula Chula, who won it twice each. And then also the national team of Zambia, who won it once. Now let's cross to Jovita Kanchumbwa at the touchlines with his panel of experts in Edison Muhewa and Stacey Naris.
Eshoke Chula Chula are back-to-back champions of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup. What a fantastic encounter. Man, oh man. Listen, Eshoke Chula Chula won by 2-0, and now I am here with the coach of African Stars as we get to talk about what transpired in this encounter as they lost out on another encounter. Let's have Coach Ronnie Kanalelo. Can you please have Coach? All right, there we have it. The celebrations are still on, but Coach Ronnie Katalelo has joined me. We get to talk Coach Ronnie. Another defeat by Eshoke Chula Chula, but unfortunately we were not here last time. But in this time, it's a back-to-back defeat for African Stars in this cup competition.
No. Look, congratulations to Eshoke. They took their chances. First half, we were not really in the game. We made too many technical mistakes. We tried to change the formation and the tactical applications in the first half, but we still made a lot of individual mistakes with the ball, sometimes running with it or holding onto the ball for too long, and also not supporting the deep pass into our striker. So that was some of the problems we had in the second half. I mean, the first half. Second half, yes, we brought in Jomo, who gives us actually quite a lot on the left side, coming in from there and playing a little bit more direct because he's a direct type of player. But overall, I don't think it's one of those games that we did enough to get something out of it. I mean, if we had taken that penalty, then the complexion of the game changed a little bit. Then you put a little bit of pressure on the opponents, yes.
I was just about to say, the penalty would have, I was just about to ask whether the penalty would have made a difference in this encounter to get back into the game. And also, what did you think about in terms of the goalkeeping for today?
Which part? Which goalkeeping part? Our goalkeeper?
Your goalkeeping, especially the first goal from Eshoke Chula Chula.
No, I think the bounce beat him a little bit there. Anything could have happened there. Tough luck, can't talk about it. But I think the work before that was not done properly. We could have defended already, when it was a throw-in. We were too spread out instead of being compact. So there was easy passage to our goal. And what happened in the end, it's a human being. I will have a look at it, but I think it was also one of those tricky balls. The second one, I mean, it's a set piece. We didn't defend it. We were supposed to defend it. I mean, it went through the first line of defense, which, I believe we could have done better with it. But nevertheless, I think looking into our game ourselves, I don't think we gave enough to really get something out of the game, because the technical applications for me was a little bit problematic. We had a lot of problems also in the final third, but sometimes it's just the understanding of the game.
Coach, unfortunate defeat there, and wishing you all the best as the season is going to be starting on the 2nd of November.
Yeah. I mean, luckily now the season is starting. We can focus towards the season, and but we'll defend it well.
All right, Coach, have a great night. That is the coach of African Stars saying that they didn't give enough for them to be able to get the encounter and to get the victory and get their first trophy of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup. I'm now joined by the winning coach, Coach Sikerete, of that is Eshoke Chula Chula. Back-to-back champion. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk about, of course, that is the game, and then looking at the result. 2-0.
It's a very outstanding performance from my boys. The scoreline reflects the truth, because I think on counter we were best, because that's what we train. We wanted just to come sit a bit because we are not match fit. It's our first competition game. Our colleagues have already participated in the Champions League, so they play already competition. So for us, it's a test. I just wanted to see how my team will respond from just an ordinary training.
And then if you're looking at, the first goal from George Marcelinho, who just really changed the game, and looking at the second goal, was it a surprise for you, or were you anticipating a second goal that quick in the second half?
I told them when we went back, I told them that they all want to come to us. So when they open up, we should play behind their defense. So quickly we should just turn the chapter so that they can run behind us to open up, because at the end you saw they were playing a high line, which we're supposed even to score 2 goals that were one-on-one with the goalkeeper. So, but unfortunately, we couldn't capitalize, but the scoreline reflects the truth.
I mean, it seems that you have mastered African Stars now. What was the technique? What was the plan going into this game?
I think I might be the brother of Colin, maybe. I like runners. So my players have to go deep a bit and then run behind the defense. So I quickly do transition from defense to attack. When I change for attack, I have to go very fast and I have to make sure that we get something out of it because we use a lot of energy.
Well, thank you so much, Coach. Congratulations. The trophy now gets to stay with Chula Chula forever.
Thank you.
Well, that is Coach Chikerete from that is Ashoka Chula Chula. Back-to-back coach. He says that he's a transition coach. He likes to come from defense immediately into counter. I mean, we spoke to the coaches. Coach Ronnie said they did not give enough for them to win this game. And then it was just unfortunate they didn't get to defend as well. And a slight, in terms of the ball bouncing the first goal, quite unfortunate. What do you make of his sentiments about the game?
Very honest assessment of his team from Coach Ronnie, and sometimes you have to be honest with the boys. What he's saying is that he doesn't think that some of the boys represented the club well, that they represented the bench well, and I can agree. I think there were a number of players from an African Stars point of view that didn't show up, that still need to bet into the team, I think. And not sounding to sort of single out anybody, but I think the number, especially in the midfield, I would like to see Godwin Asep start feeling at home. He's been brought in for obviously taking the creativity forward. He still needs to get a lot more. I think the likes of Bakonja Shahikika, he needs a little bit more consistency. Awilo tried. I think that a defining moment in the second half was that second goal that they conceded early, because that would have thrown all the tactics that they had gone into halftime with out of the window, and they needed to find a different avenue. So that second goal was very defining, and at halftime we thought to say the team that scores next will have the momentum, and the team that scored the second goal was Ashoka Chula Chula, and everything then from that moment on played towards them. To be honest, I didn't see enough from African Stars in that second half for them to score. I think we could have gone 3-4 hours today. I don't think African Stars would have scored. Possibly Ashoka Chula Chula would have gone and scored another goal from the counter.
I mean, Stacey, looking at Coach John Sigarete, he indicated that what he loves is fast players. He wants a running football, and he loves to transition from defense to counter immediately. Did you see that kind of play in the encounter today?
And that was exactly what was displayed. Very true what the coach has said, and what he has said was actually transpired. And I should say, we should also give credit where it's due. A coach that was just appointed, the goalkeeper coach, I should say for both the men's and the women's team, it was exceptional from the goalkeeping area. These goalkeepers from the FC Ongos, from the ladies, what they did in the penalty shootout, and especially for Chula Chula, they have shown it, and they stood up, and they stood up where it mattered the most.
Oh, okay. Let's take a look at, of course, that is the highlights, and we'll start with that is the penalty that was missed by Awilo. But let's just go with the goals first. I mean, yeah.
Jovita, they wanted to play exactly in that goal. That goal was a signature move from the training ground. Play the ball in behind their defense, but still that finish, what a shrewd finish from Marcelinho. One touch, all in the move. And then the second goal from the far post. Eliakim Jackson, he finds himself unmarked at the far post, makes no mistake at all, as you would expect. But very poor defending from an African Stars perspective, really, because how can you leave a man unmarked at the far post? And then even dealing with this first ball here, unconvincing at all from very experienced players, and that time it was the captain, Stiga Keshiere.
Well, then those are the goals, and then we get to look at the defining moment for African Stars. This could have been the goal that could have changed the game, Stacey.
No, definitely, and it definitely is heartbroken. It's something that you cannot get back. So it's unfortunate, as the coach also alluded, there are a lot of chances that they have lost, that they have missed, and it was not clinical. What Ashoka Chula Chula did is from the get-go, they have made their point. African Stars was very dominating in the first half, but Chula Chula was very calm. And what happened, especially what they said, in the second half, that very first goal, the second goal that went in, very defining moment for Ashoka Chula Chula, and they really capitalized on that as well.
Just before you get your views, the medal ceremony is going to be taking place. Ashoka Chula Chula are going to be given their trophy again, as they will retain it forever, as this is the 10th and final edition, and so the trophy will remain with Chula Chula as the final winner. But let's talk about the penalty. Let's talk about the penalty and what would have done for African Stars, and what does it mean for Awilo to miss such a penalty?
I mean, that is a lifeline. You 2-0 down, it's around the 70th minute, 20 minutes to go. What a lifeline. And I think everybody of an African
All right, we are going to go to the, I don't want to brief that one, but let's quickly go back to Chesa Wamunika as we get to go and look at who is getting the trophy. And over to you, Chesa.
Thank you, Jovita and the team. We are here now getting the ceremony part out of the way. And it is the former First Lady of the Republic of Namibia, Madam Monica Keinkos, who we are waiting for to make her way to the stage to start presenting medals to the various teams. I remember early on there was also a match between Ongos FC and Julinho Athletics in the ladies final. And after a goalless draw, that game had to be decided by penalty shootout. And it was Ongos FC that won on penalties by 3 penalties to 1. So that means Ongos FC have won everything that was there to be won in the women's game. They won the Women's Super League. They won the PSD Bet Cup. And now they have won the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup this season. So, and after that, it was the big match between African Stars. Also, like Ongos FC, ahead of this game, they have won the league and the FA Cup. However, African Stars failed again to win the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup. So your views on AFC Ongos to win everything that was there to be won in the women's game?
I mean, Chester, we've been saying this since last season, that that Ongos team looks like a well-drilled or rather well-oiled machine. When you see them on the pitch, all they want to do is score goals. Unfortunately, today it ended in a stalemate, but they ended up victorious, meaning they cleaned up every single cup that was there for the taking during the season. What a wonderful display from them. The Ongos team, as well as their management, can definitely be proud of themselves and what they've done with their team. The pressure is now on the Ongos men's team to, of course, replicate what the ladies did.
Most definitely. And the dignitaries that we have been waiting for, the President of the Republic of Namibia, Dr. Nangolo Bumba, and the former First Lady, Madam Monica Keinkos, are making their way to the stage to hand over the medals and trophies to the respective winners. Competition that started in 2014. The first ever game of this competition was between Black Africa and Tigers. That game ended in a 1-all draw, and BA won on penalties. The second game, which was the main match of the day in 2014, was African Stars up against Mamelodi Sundowns. Sundowns won the first ever competition with a 1-0 victory over African Stars. The only scorer of the goal and who scored the first ever goal of this competition was goalkeeper Kennedy Mwene from a penalty.
Just a history does not lie, and history will write that the mighty African Stars, the Okatharandu folklore, have never put their hands on the Hage Geingob Cup.
Thank you so much, Lucy. Now, the first to be
However, Eshoke Chula Chula, who only came into the block, or rather onto the block last year, have now taken this cup twice.
14 ball boys, the medals. You may give them a round of applause, please, for hard work that they've done today.
And no one should be excluded. Everybody should be part of the house. The ball boys are the first to get the recognition. The ball boys, the people that are not normally being seen, but they are very vital in the continuation of the game. And they will be recognized. That was in 2014. In 2015, Julino Sporting gathered the most votes and they became part of the competition. They played African Stars. The two teams drew to a 1-1 draw. Solomon Omsep scored for Julino Sporting and Marai Swartboy for African Stars. It went with penalty shootout. African Star won the game by 5 penalties to 4. Mamelodi Sundowns played Petro de Luanda, and it was 1-1 as well. Fisto Abdul scored for Petro de Luanda, and Tikumana scored for Mamelodi Sundowns. It was ended 1-1, and on penalty Sundowns won. So it was another final between African Stars and Mamelodi Sundowns in 2015. And it was Mamelodi Sundowns winning that one by 1-0. The only scorer of that goal was Surprise Moriri in the 20th minute. Again, African Stars lost to a first half goal there. And Sundowns completed a hat-trick in 2016 after beating Orlando Pirates from South Africa with Anthony Lafort 2 goals and Ricardo's goal. And Tadei Doro scored for Orlando Pirates. African Stars, Sundowns went to the final. African Stars again lost in the semi-finals, that time to Tigers. And the only goals of Tiger in that match was scored by Llewellyn Stanley. So the final in 2016 was between Mamelodi Sundowns and Tigers. Sundowns winning by 4-2. Llewellyn Stanley and Mapenzi Muanai scores for Tigers. Makubane, Kekana, Castro, and Ndlaba scored for Mamelodi Sundowns. And as we speak now, Mamelodi Sundowns is the record holders of this competition, won it 3 times. But Mamelodi Sundowns record and Esoke Chula Chula's record is 100% record. Mamelodi Sundowns played in 3 competitions, won it all. Esoke Chula Chula, 2 competitions, won it all. African Stars, 5 different competitions, and they have won none again. They are coming second best to Esoke Chula Chula back to back.
I mean, what a history, what a legacy. The organizers of this competition can hold their heads up high for literally keeping the legacy of our president alive and for giving us 10 years of absolute bliss where football is concerned.
Ronald Keshiere, as the dignitaries received their medals. The competition in 2017 changed the format, not from the club competition to national teams now, where Namibia played Zimbabwe. And it was Namibia Brave Warriors winning that one, 3-1. Peter Shalulile, Henrik Somaipa scoring twice with the goals for Namibia. And today Doro, this time playing for Zimbabwe, scoring the only goal of the visitors there. So the Brave Warriors, for the first time, crowned the champions of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup. In 2018, again, national team, Namibia played against Ghana. And it was a full time of 1-1 scoreline there at the same Nyoma Stadium. Munakatu Pose scoring the Namibian goal and Mumuni scoring the Ghana goal. But on penalties, it was Namibia who won it by 4 penalties to 1. And Willie Stefanes, Marcel Papama, Emmanuel Aita, and Petrius Shitembi were on the score sheet in that penalty. So Willie Stefanes, a winner of this competition with the Brave Warriors in 2018. Now, Esoke Chula Chula are on the stage. The team that have done it back to back. Any other team to do that feat is Mamelodi Sundowns. Esoke Chula Chula to receive their prize. While we're there, before Esoke came to dominate the tournament, In 2019, it is Namibia. It was Namibia against Zambia at Sam Nujoma Stadium. And Brave Warriors lost that game by 2-0. And Emmanuel Shabula scoring twice. And Zambia won the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup for the first time. That was in 2019. And then again, after that, it was rugby. And then COVID came in. The competition came back in 2023. Eshoke Chula Chula up against African Stars. Last year, Eshoke Chula Chula winning here at the same venue, 1-0. Moses Shidolo with the only goal of the game. And Eshoke Chula Chula put their hands for the very first time on that trophy. This year, again, Eshoke Chula Chula versus African Stars. Eshoke Chula Chula came into this competition as defending champions and African Stars as the reigning league champions. And again, Eshoke Chula Chula winning it with a 2-0. The first goal scored by George Marcelenu and the second goal by Jackson Eliakim to give Eshoke Chula Chula a 2-0 victory over African Stars and keep their 100% record for winning this competition. 27 goals was scored before today and +2. That means 29 goals overall were scored in this competition. And the top goal scorers will only have 2 goals, and that is Llewellyn Stanley of Tigers, Tidai Doro of Orlando Pirates and Zimbabwe, Anthony Lefort for Mamelodi Sundowns, 2 goals as well, Hendrik Somaip for the Brave Warriors, and Emmanuel Shabula for Zambia, all of them on 2 goals. Their names are in the history books. Apart from that is players with 1 goal, which is Kennedy Moene, Marai Swartboy, Salomon Omsep, Fiston Abdul, Osvaldo Dizil, Silimani Dikumana, Surprise Moriri, Ricardo Namshendo, Mapenzi Munawai, Tando Ngube, Blomdo Kekana, Castro, Sebon Dlala, Peter Shalulile, Muna Katupose, Fio Mananu, and Moses Shidolo, and today's scorers, that is George Malisilenu and also Jackson Eliakim. 29 goals scored in the 8th competition. And now, the moment that we all have been waiting for, it is the president handing over the trophy and the former First Lady to the captain of the day, the goal scorer of the first goal, George Marcelenu, getting the back page pictures before he goes and joins his teammates in celebration of what will be their second. The president and the former First Lady have to get out of the way because it's going to get rough on that stage in a moment as Eshoke Chula Chula, back-to-back winners of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup and the winners of the final edition of the competition. Eshoke Chula Chula will stay with the trophy forever, and they have closed down the curtain of this competition. They are the champions yet again, 2024 champions of this competition.
Wow, what amazing scenes there. It is every player's dream to put his hands on a trophy like that. But how much more on a trophy that you get to keep forever? This trophy remains in the cupboards of Eshoke Chula Chula. This trophy remains in Oangwena region. It's never leaving them. Congratulations to the pride of the North, Eshoke Chula Chula.
Through a sport that we all love.
They are really going to have a long night.
Under the theme,
none of them will be quickly going to bed.
And we continue.
They are really going to enjoy every moment of
Thank you.
this game.
Thank you. Thank you. And even more thank you, Namibia, for being here with us.
So is the back pages pictures that Echoke Chula Chula enjoying currently. It was a magnificent tournament, this competition, as the dignitaries will leave now, and the chance will be given to Echoke Chula Chula and their fans to celebrate. And they have come here, enjoyed the competition, and really were entertained to the best football from the first half to the second half. African Stars started the game like they really wanted the trophy more, but Echoke Chula Chula had a plan, and the plan was well executed. We have really enjoyed the game very much. As I said, 29 goals scored in the football part of the competition, and we have enjoyed every moment of that, as the 10th edition is upon us and the end of this exciting competition. We have really enjoyed every moment, and it's sad that it's going to end and it's not going to continue. We would have looked forward to Echoke Chula Chula in the next edition. But every good thing must come to an end, and that's what have happened to the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup, as we are waiting to hear one more time from the analyst at the touchline as to wrap up this competition and the trophy, and we all gonna move on with our lives without the tournament, aren't we?
Wow, yes. I mean, a thrilling final. I mean, for those of us that have been watching this competition for the past 10 years attentively, I mean, it's a bittersweet moment. Bitter in the sense that the competition comes to an end, but sweet that it was a thrilling final. It was a worthy final. It was worth the wait. It was worth, you know, to bring the curtain down. So, yeah, let's see what's next, Chester.
Really eager to see what is next. But from what we heard, definitely not the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup, unless if the decision is reversed, which everybody is hoping for. But that is for the organizers. For us is to give what is being brought for us to broadcast, and we will give you the broadcast of whatever competitions are being hosted by various organizations. So from me, Chester Wamunika and Edison Jirimbwa, I think you have enjoyed your debut date, did you?
I definitely enjoyed it. I mean, what a night to make my debut. So I definitely enjoyed it. From me, Setsan Nishidimga, that was all for today. Thank you very much.
And me, Chester Wamunika, is now at the touchline. Jovita.
And that is how we wrap up the 10th and final edition of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup. Thank you to Chesa Wamunika and Setsen Yishidimga out in commentary for keeping us going for the last encounter ever we'll see of that is the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup. It is officially curtains down. The cup has come to a conclusion, 10th and final one.
Let me just say, Javita, what an auspicious occasion this was. You know, as joyous as the occasion was, we also needed to remember that we are commemorating the life of a larger-than-life character, if I can put it like that, who is our former president. I think this occasion speaks to everything that he was in terms of the unity that was displayed across. Even though Chula Chula ended up winning, I think there was a lot of respect from both camps, and it was just a really auspicious, joyous occasion, and really a fantastic moment for football across Namibia. And I think at the end of the day, and this is what we want to see, it's very important. Football is the winner.
Let's look at those statistics, Stacey. I mean, the game is decided. Echoke won, but they are the stats.
The state shows, but then I think, Jovita, Edison, if we should agree that Chula Chula is one team that has really mastered the play of African Stars. It's the one team that has really mastered, and then they've really studied this game, and it's impossible. So I would really say that African Stars, it's very disappointing to see what happened.
Yeah, and Chipa, your views on the statistics?
I think overall, African Stars dominated, and the statistics don't lie. If you look at the total goal attempts, 8 and 16, that's half the chances that or the goal attempts. So African Stars dominated the proceedings, but they dominated without hurting Ashoka Chula Chula. They were playing in all the right areas, and Ashoka Chula Chula were never going to be troubled by them playing in those areas. If you look at the goal, the corner kicks, they were really dangerous. Ashoka Chula Chula, but Javita, I know we are joined here by Fares.
We have the captain in our midst. Listen, the captain of Ashoka Chula Chula has joined us. Fares has led this team to victory yet again. Let's talk about, first and foremost, congratulations. How do you feel, back-to-back champion?
First of all, thank you for the opportunity. I feel very, very excited. And the thing is, we came here with a plan as well, so I think our plan worked. So it's very, very... I don't even have words. Like, I'm so happy. Like, I didn't thought we were gonna get it again, but then at least the effort that we put in has led us to victory. So I'm happy about that.
I mean, you came into the league, you came into this competition and many other competitions, and it seems like you have mastered beating African Stars now.
I'll not really say that, but I think what we do is we just work on our tactic, we follow it, and then we plan according to how they are playing. So mostly, I think we have played a lot of games now. We know each other, we know the players, so yeah, I think we have mastered a little bit. Yeah.
Let's talk about your goalkeeper, John Muronga. Where is he coming from? Is this his first time playing for Chula Chula? Has he played for Chula Chula before?
No, he's the one that was catching also last season. I think it's just one of those, when you decide to come out, he decided to come out today, and then it was very, very phenomenal from him today. I think I will give him 100. He has been with the team, I think, for the past 2 years. He was just a second choice, but then our first choice went back to Zimbabwe. So now he took the chance, and then he took it along.
And lastly, the season is starting on the 2nd of November. What can we expect from Chula Chula this season? Because the fans do love Chula Chula very much.
You know, expect fireworks. Always fireworks. We are coming. Now I think we are going, we got a little bit taste of it, so we are going for the bigger prize now. So I think now this season we are targeting for, let me say we are going to compete for the title. So they must watch out for us, mate. That's all I can say.
Well, thank you so much. Go enjoy celebrating with your team, and congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
That is, of course, Fares Nani, who is the captain of Ashoka Chula Chula, and just giving us an insight that while we can expect fireworks for this season. I mean, what do you make of the captain?
Yeah, no, I think first and foremost, brilliant player. He deserves that captaincy. He's quite a lethal showman, but the one thing that's coming through in his comments is the unity that they have in the camp. I think it's one thing that John Shikarada has done really well. They know that man to man, pound to pound, African Stars is a better team. But with unity and teamwork, they were able to come victorious. And I think you're absolutely right in that they have been the team that have mastered the African Stars way of playing. And I just had a chat as well with the chairman. He's like, I don't know what we need to do anymore against this team. So I think Coach Ronnie has got his work cut out for the new season.
I mean, certainly. I mean, Stacey, your thoughts on the captain of that is Ashoka Chula Chula. And he also said that John Muronga, who has been phenomenal this match, has been the goalkeeper for Ashoka Chula Chula the whole of last season.
Talk about that. Now, I would say that what I can sense from the captain is he's very humble. Jovita, you just asked him, have you mastered? Now you have mastered beating African Stars. He said he won't say that. Now, imagine somebody as victorious as he is, defending champion back-to-back, yet says he wouldn't say that. So that's very humbling from a captain's side. He showed leadership today. Talking about the goalkeeper, stating that he was on last season as well. And now that the first choice is not, he has stepped up. And that is what each and every player should do. So it's very exceptional from both players.
Well, certainly there was so much happening in this encounter. Let's look at those highlights, how everything played out. And before, when we started the game, did you think this is how the result was going to be? Take us through, Chipa.
No, I think I expected this. I expected it to be a joyous occasion. Obviously, with the gratitude of the moment as well that we need to take into consideration. African Stars came out really dominating in those first couple of minutes. They were trying to ask all the relevant questions from Eshoke Chula Chula, but the defense of Eshoke Chula Chula today was just resolute across, and we can see here moments of flashes that they can perhaps look at African Stars and say, here we could have done better. The goalkeeper, we have spoken about him. He was brilliant today for them, in both halves, in key moments. He was the man that stood when the defense was breached. And here, this was an opportunity for Eshoke Chula Chula. For Kennedy Ape, the tallest man in the field, you expect him to score from there. And even though African Stars were the dominant team, Eshoke Chula Chula probably had the better moments. And here, from Marcelinius, what a finish. All in one motion, quality of the pass, quality of the finish, brilliant finish there. And this man here, wow. Lawrence Dwesep, he was the orchestrator, and this is probably the type of player that African Stars miss. Somebody that can create, that takes the game to the opponent. He's probably a player that African Stars at the moment unfortunately don't have. And off the ball as well, what he was giving Eshoke Chula Chula was just trying to make sure that Stika Keshere doesn't play. This was the second moment, the critical moment in the game, very early on in the second half, the second goal, and that basically sealed it for Eshoke Chula Chula. There was no coming back from that. Awilo Stefanes, I must say, even though he missed the penalty, he was really probably African Stars' best player in terms of trying to make something happen. And then here, what a moment here to seal off the game, take African Stars out of the misery. But Eliakim, unfortunately, that time he opted to try and get a penalty. These are basically, just African Stars coming here. But this was a very key moment. This was a lifeline. Everybody in the stadium would have probably said, let's give it to Awilo Stefanes. We must trust him to score. But when it's not your day, Jovita, sometimes it really is not your day.
Not your day. But listen, Stacey, we have concluded the 10th and final edition. Your last thoughts as we wrap it up.
Jovita, I said my predictions was a 2-1, and that was very technical when I say that, because when there is one more goal that is scored, it also keeps the crowd from going home. So it was a 2-0. I was correct with the 2 that was scored, but unfortunately, it was a very, very exciting match to watch. I would definitely say that Chula Chula has set the bar extremely high. And then what I could say is that it was consistency that was kept, and they should just keep on setting the bar very high.
From you, Edison, as we wrap up the 10th and final edition.
I think well done to the organizers of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup. Across the last 10 years, they've given us really memorable moments. If you think back to our stadium here, our country has been graced by some of the best teams across the continent, in the likes of Mamelodi Sundowns. They have been here, Orlando Pirates. If you just reflect back to the likes of Petro de Luanda from Angola, if you just reflect back across the span year or the 10 year of the competition, and it's quite unfortunate, I must say, it's a bittersweet moment that we have to come to conclusion of this. I would have probably said it's perhaps even more important for us to continue this legacy in this competition. But I guess, like they say, all good things come to an end, and it's been a fantastic run. And congratulations to Eshoke Chula Chula, who are the eventual winners of this competition.
Well, thank you for making history and closing off the 10th and final one. It has been great, spending the day with you and analyzing football at its highest. Listen, it's a wrap. The 10th and final edition of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup has come to an end right here in the heart of Windhoek. We celebrate legacy. We celebrate a great man, a giant who once walked this earth and has given us football at its best. That is the late president. May he rest in peace. And for myself, Jovita Kanjumba, and the entire amazing production team behind NBC, it is a good time. It is a good night. Until next time.
Something I just go and watch football matches. I used to play.
For 10 unforgettable years, the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup has captured the heart of Namibia. The energy, the passion, the pride, and now the final chapter is upon us.
People do not know why I'm being honored.
Third time, which was the last time Everton Stars took part, lost in the semi-final against Tigers.